nuns is what's her name? Emma Coburn drink a day?
I drink at least
She drank 10 tubes.
a day.
Wait a minute.
It's 10 tablets.
Wow. This guy.
He's about to
Fire.
Google it. You about to Google it?
Most completed. And I put a note. Bitch was staring at the ceiling.
Look at him.
I made sure
He's Googling it. He's
he
checking it.
looking it up.
No, my mom was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
The sleep doctor. You're wrong for that.
What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, so yeah. Shout out to Ma for getting this. Wait. This is podcast. This is podcast number 11. Mistakes were made and the last time. So this is a repeat, and it's my fault. I take responsibility.
Okay, that's good. We appreciate you acknowledging.
Podcast number
Your
11,
fault.
part 2. This is the repeat. This is the we're redoing this one.
Remix to ignition.
This is
We're
the
like
remix.
we're like 8 episodes behind.
No,
So
I
we got a
know.
lot. We got a lot to do. It's gonna be
I
an
know.
8-hour episode.
So yeah, shout out to my mom for putting this is a canvas, so we're official now. Look at us.
Nice. I love it.
I think I'm hearing some feedback or some noise.
That could be my dog eating his new rubber toy. What do you think I should do?
Oh, man. Put him in the other bedroom.
Oh my god.
I have a 1-room house.
Oh,
In the
no.
bathroom?
Look, Anton's
I-
gone.
I can take it
Anton
away.
left.
Oh my god. I can take it away. You need to tell him to go to bed.
I don't know. It's kind of loud. I can hear it like pretty loud.
All right. I'll take it away.
All right. Cool. Well, I hate to do that, but hey. So Anton said we gotta hurry up. We gotta pop off. We gotta talk about everything in the first 30 seconds, so you don't tune out, motherfuckers.
You been eating that
don't-
candy again.
I don't
Nope.
know that we know what you're talking about, honestly.
Eating that candy again.
Nope.
I'm trying to change my audio, and I don't know how.
Sounds a little better.
It's horrible.
Better than it was.
I stabbed myself with the scissors today.
Ooh, me too. Look, hang on.
Twice. And it's
Here.
been it glushed blood for like an hour. Maybe more. 2 hours.
It glushed blood.
Yeah.
Gush
Cheers.
blood, she meant to say.
It's pouring out.
How'd you do that?
I was trying to open my dog's toy and I just stabbed my finger twice instead of the box.
It's twice. I stabbed
I
myself.
didn't
too.
think it was like serious. It was just like, oh, it's a paper cut, and then it was like a lot of blood.
I stabbed myself right in the finger. Pow! Right there.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I'm
Too
like,
much.
ah! All right, so I did take an edible and a half yesterday, and with my, and not the same stuff though. That was 2, and that was it made me nauseous. And it's legal in my state, everybody. And this is the
Took an
first time.
edible and a half to drive home.
No, last night. And listen, I'm 32 years old. I've never tried any drug until this year, so I think I did pretty well. Anyways, so it wasn't anything though, huh?
I said, is it technically a drug? That's debatable, right?
I guess it's a herb. You can cook with it.
Herb.
Anyways, so nothing really happened for real. Like I don't know. I'm not a fan of this whole thing. Like it's not like people say they're like you'll visualize the world and all musical sound better. I'm like, no, that's not how it is for me. I just got sick once and like
You got
nauseous.
sick once, said you're never doing it again, and then you did it. You know, it's just like you don't even listen to yourself.
I never do that again.
Hey, the first time you drank, did you drink alone?
No.
Did you, Hannah? Did you drink alone or you drink with people, like at a party, you know, some kind of peer pressure event, and you had your first drink, right?
I did not drink alone.
All right.
That's what he's trying to
It's a
prove
weird-
a point.
it's a-
I don't have time for
This
this.
is a weird question.
No, it's also, it would be
I
weird.
think if you take your first drink alone,
You're
you're
gonna be
probably an
alcoholic,
alcoholic for sure. Yeah,
What about if
100%.
What if you
Think
do
about
your
it.
first edibles alone?
Listen,
Uh,
it was dumb. Not a fan of it. I thought
There you
the
go.
podcast would be
Hey, that was the answer I was looking for. It was
whatever.
dumb.
Anyways, the whole thing was dumb.
Hey,
My point is
knows?
that okay, but let me tell you something then.
wait. Your first time driving, Hannah, did you go alone?
Ah, that's funny. Tell him, Hannah.
All right, I'm an easy one. Your first time riding a
Hey,
bike.
look at the pooch.
Your first time riding a bike. You do it by yourself? I guess.
No.
Look,
I think
enough
you
practice.
proved
Look,
your point.
you got enough practice masturbating alone.
Oh my
It's
god. I did that alone first. I've always done that alone.
That's probably why we don't know what we're doing,
All
right?
right, that's funny. All right, listen to this though. So, but my story gets better. So then, but I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I had a bit. Like I woke up with a bit. Like I woke up in the middle of the night in a dream talking about a bit. And then I just started writing and I wrote this whole bit out for like a long one. And then I read it in the morning. I was like, this is going to work. So I'm getting ready. As soon as these clubs open up, as soon as everybody stops getting tired, as soon as everybody's tired and scared of this cold virus, then we're in.
Cool.
I'm getting on the stage.
You
For
ready
real.
to perform something for us?
Nah, this is not the venue.
Oh, come on.
No, I got to get on a stage so I can see what's
We're on the
funny.
stage right now.
This ain't no stage.
This
I
is
don't
the stage.
do Zoom comedy.
This is easy. You could go off the cuff. We could go.
No.
Whose line is it?
Eh,
Excuse me.
Hey, I do have a little mini fridge in here though. And I got beers right here.
I saw something. I'm like, where the fuck he having these hot ass beers from?
Nope.
Modelo.
Cold as a motherfucker. Modelo.
Who drinks Modelo?
Shh.
Mexicans.
These are ice cold.
Mexicans. I saw a Modelo commercial. It was like a Hispanic doctor or something. He was like,
Or Hispanic doctors.
I'm like, what is this taking me?
Listen,
Or
was
like
like
a
a
Mexican
At
restaurant.
the airport, and they were like the engineers, the aerospace engineer. I'm like, what fucking commercial?
Hey, you know what's funny? You can offend. You could be offensive just by saying the truth like that. She said Mexicans, and it sounded shitty, but the fact is, it was
I
brewed
drink
in
them at
Mexico.
Mexican restaurant, and I drink them at Mexican restaurant. If I'm eating tacos, I'm drinking Modelo at the taco. I'm like, that's just honest.
It's only there's one group who can't say shit no more. It's white men, heterosexual white men.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm none of those.
They ain't cancer.
Sure.
White women can jump. She can jump to Karen quick and be like, "Bitch, I don't care. I say what I want to say." And then minorities, we continue to punch up. That's why we're good at comedy.
It's expired.
This beer tastes like somebody brushed their teeth, licked the top, and then capped it.
Nice. That's good.
He's been doing a lot of edibles this weekend. I can tell.
Huh?
I said he's been consistently enjoying.
No,
edibles.
it was yesterday, and I just did 1.5 of the gummies, and it was not for real. But the fact that I woke up and wrote that like long bit, listen, it wasn't just a bit. It was like bit connected to a bit, connected to a bit, connected to a bit. I was just rolling with it.
Yeah.
And I got to get on the stage. I got to get on the stage and work it out because a lot of it.
What's your formula? Because I learned a formula a little bit.
I don't know. It's just
I had a
if
formula.
it's funny or not.
I think you know who's good at comedy and who's really underrated. Trevor Noah.
Yeah, Trevor Noah is funny as fuck.
Trevor Noah has a formula though. He understands where like until the world knows who you are, every show you do, you should introduce yourself. Not like, hi, I'm Mike. Hi, I'm Mike, and why am I funny or why am I relevant?
I wanted to be Iron Mike because do Iron Man's, but fucking Iron Mike came back.
Boom. So you got to roll with that first. What's up, guys?
Yeah, but now Iron Mike came out
Tyson.
Now though, right?
Obviously,
fucking
I've
Tyson.
never been a boxer.
Yeah. You thought I was gonna be black and swole, but I'm not.
There you go. You can roll in with that, bro.
Yeah.
That is good. That's good. What's up, guys? I'm Iron Mike.
You were hoping I'd be black and swole, but I'm not.
You thought you came for the pop for fucking.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I think that's
I'm
good.
still waiting. This is bad news.
Oh man, let me see it.
The Band-Aid fell off.
Oh, you got weak skin though.
No, I don't. I cut this 3 hours ago.
Your skin is weak.
How's it still
I feel like Hannah could have played extra in Forrest Gump, like one of the bully kids on the bus, like seats taken.
You said that before.
That same thing.
He said seats taken.
That's the only thing I hear when I hear Hannah. Like,
hey,
seats taken.
Check this thing out. When's this from?
That's an old iPod.
This is an MP3 player.
There's no way that works. Why are you still collecting
I
that?
just found it.
No.
Oh shit!
I remember when you found that the last time you found it. I can't
found
believe
it
you
again.
still
Watch
have
this. Watch this. Wow! Look at the USB come out of there.
Ooh.
Man, this thing is high
That's
tech.
ahead of its time.
Yeah, it's got
Gotta-
It runs
gotta
off a
look like-
AAA battery. Look at that.
Damn,
That's before
AAA.
Apple was like, "Hey, you're gonna have a battery in your phone all the time. You can't touch that shit." And then that way we can turn it on and track you any time of the day or night.
Oh shit.
This is what Anton said. It seems like you haven't picked up your phone and checked your shit today, so that's how we know you were in California killing the dude with the knife.
Killing the dude with the knife. Oh my god. Hey, they know everything about you, man. Anything they want to know, they can learn about you.
Right.
People
I'm trying to stop using a phone altogether.
get a Nokia, one of them like where you play Snake and call people.
I remember Snake.
And it still works.
Dang. Hey, I started just Motorola Razor. Hello, Moto.
I had a Razor. The Razor was that flip phone. That bitch was dope.
Hello, Moto.
Everybody had a Razor though. Razor was dope. Razor was
I want to
like
pull up all the
cool
old
ass phone to pull out.
all the old ringtones. Hello, Moto.
I don't even wait, bro. I used to like be late to school making a new ringtone.
Oh, true.
Software.
Hey, Anton, you were the one. All right, I used to have a ringtone for every person that would call me. Like my dad has on ringtone, and fucking Anton was like, "You bitch! Like, aren't you too old to everybody to have a ringtone? You gotta have just one ring when the phone rings. You can't have all these
Said
things."
that?
You did. You ruined it for me.
I crushed his soul.
You ruined it for me.
Oh, I hate when motherfuckers have a ringtone. It'd be like, all right. I went hiking, Hannah. The day I called you, Hannah, when he didn't get on the podcast, I went hiking. Right that day, it was some white dude with an R. Kelly like remix to Ignition. Like, and I was like, I turned around, I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at my friend Kyle, and he was like, was that R. Kelly? I was like, he looked like, bro, listen to me. He looked like he wanted to get caught being a pedophile. Like, he just looked like that kind of guy. And
Hey.
what?
Go ahead.
So we turned around.
I'm gonna interrupt him to say,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I didn't mean to say it that loud.
It was this like corny looking white guy. And he was just like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, no, I'm on top of the Camelback right now. And I'm like, this motherfucker, he looked like he worked in a library.
Listen.
He had a raunchy, sketchy, it's not really pop. That's like having a Hitler theme song, Nazi Germany music. Like, you can't just be going around with that shit as your ringtone. You can listen to me. It is not okay to have ringtones in 2020. It is especially not okay for your ringtone to be R. Kelly if you look like you a pedophile. Okay.
Ooh. Hey, you never know.
Hey.
He could be talking to his handler. Listen, the problem. All right, the thing about my mind is that my mind goes to the worst place possible, like that, no hesitation, like right into the gutter, into the fucking dungeon, right? And then my mouth wants to repeat what that is and just say it. And so I have to be on a stage, like it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be the most inappropriate shit, 100%.
So when you do it on stage, I mean, at least you're getting paid.
No, I don't even know. Like, that's the thing. It's gonna take me probably 5 or 10 years before like you actually get good at it, and like you actually get like it's gonna take, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. First of all, second of all, so like I'm in it for the long haul. So that's why, I just got to start putting bits together and figuring out how to do this shit. So it's gonna take like 10 years. That's what I'm in it for.
Yeah, you take about a decade to get good at it.
Right, but like
by the time you old, you're gonna be a good comedian. That's good.
But I think,
and then that'll be a whole new crowd.
You should
you
watch.
Have to change your style by then.
You should watch Trevor Noah's
new crowd.
What do you call it? His documentary he did coming out of South Africa, and then I have his book. I haven't read it yet, but I have his book, and it's on my list. He had a really good story. And he definitely made it clear that like you have to be passionate to be good at anything, but I think anybody can do comedy if you stay at it and you do it right. Like he did it right.
You just gotta find out what the fuck is funny.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
just
mean,
do it.
he
Practice.
just
You
showed
got to
up at
work out.
schools. People inviting him to schools, like, oh, we got Trevor Noah from South Africa. He's funny. He's like funny and interesting. Like I think like Obama's interesting, right? You were like, all right, we got this Kenyan dude from Hawaii who's coming over, and then you see Obama.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah, we got this guy from South Africa, and then you see Trevor Noah. You're like, yeah, not what you expected. And then he sounds Dutch, you know?
Yeah. He's so funny. And he's
Yeah,
so clean with it too.
yeah. He's pretty much clean. He doesn't curse on stage for the most
No,
part.
I'm gonna be dirty as fuck. I'm gonna curse so fucking much. It's gonna be
You
terrible.
are that filthy comedy that'd be like,
I
you cut
know.
oh yeah.
They're gonna put you on the clean version and just be beep 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 beep
Look,
beep.
if you do that, you're not gonna get enough practice. You got to be really good if you're gonna be raunchy, or you don't get corporate gigs.
I'm not trying to get a corporate gig. That's not my plan. I'm not even.
Started clean.
All right, here, check this out.
It was
Check
because
it
he
out.
was in the 50s.
Yeah.
But he started really clean.
All right, check this out. My plan is this. This is the only reason why I want to do two reasons. Two of the reasons. The one I figured out yesterday. The one reason that I wanted to do comedy, the original reason, was because I want to travel. That's it.
Yeah.
I just want to travel.
That's an awesome reason.
That's it. I love to travel. I want to have a reason to go places. The other reason that I figured out last night was that I like being in front of people. Like I have a need for extroversion, and I think that's my stage. And that's it. I don't have much of a need, but I have enough of a need where I'm gonna be on the stage and just talk shit.
There's nothing wrong with that. Those are really good reasons, actually. Like,
That's it.
really good ones.
What you thinking? You
Worry about our finger.
She's just thinking about her finger the whole time.
Finger hurts.
Now I listen, and I know that you like to be the center of attention.
Yeah,
so
not all the time.
Yeah, but when you want to speak to people, you want the people to pay attention to you.
Sure.
And laugh at you. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. See, the thing is, I'm not trying to. Like, I don't want to teach. Like, I'm not coaching. Like, I'm good with not doing any of that stuff. I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but I'm good with not doing it because to me, I'm just good with not doing it. But now I'm like, all right, the stage is like that, and that little need that I have. That's my chance to get out there, and then I gotta get some of this fucked up out, and just share it with the world.
Yeah, it's therapeutic. That's what I think about. Like, I think comedy is very therapeutic. It's like you get to be as honest as you want.
That's my plan.
People find it funny. Maybe.
And if they don't, like, I want to make people laugh, but it's like, you got to be my people. Like, if you're looking to be like, so.
Well, if it don't work out, good thing you Mexican. It's always gonna be grass.
That's my point too. Like, all right, there's a good chance that I could get canceled out of this world for the shit that I have to say that I want to say, and it's cool. Like, I'll fucking do floors. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, fucking cancel me. Like, I'll go fucking do landscaping. It's not a big fucking deal. Like, no big.
That's why you gotta save your tools.
I do. I got tools for days. I got everything I need. Fuck with me. Like, I'll go throw trash. Like, it's no big deal. Like, I don't have a need to do anything special.
I do all them jobs. I suck some dick if I gotta pay the bills.
I wouldn't suck no dick for that. But all right, so think about this. A year ago, I was literally I had carpal tunnel so bad that I couldn't feel my hands. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, numb, like hands numb, all day numb from carrying trash and shit. Yeah. And I'm cool, like no big deal.
And look how far he's come, That's his inspiration. He's speaking to the kids.
You took a hiatus on masturbating during that time. I'm making an assumption here.
Honestly. Have you ever had that?
He wasn't well. If you were around him, you would have wished you weren't,
Hey, to think about the carpal tunnel. Remember that?
You had temporary rheumatoid arthritis?
I was supposed to do this.
He just complained all the time. He didn't do his exercises. He just complained. Where are my wrist braces? Find my wrist braces. He just shouting shit.
The old man, bro.
True. I used to have to wear wrist braces every day, and then I slept in a different pair. That's right.
But look, he's cured. He's healed.
Is it CBD and the edibles that healed him?
No.
No, he
like
quit the job.
He was getting carpal tunnel from stress.
Hey. Shout out to Carl. Shout out to hey. Hannah. Shout out to Carl. Fuck you, Carl.
Carl with no last name.
My wrist was I thought I couldn't pick up my phone.
Hannah.
What?
How many bits am I gonna have about Carl? This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Tell everybody you was so stressed out that you got carpal tunnel.
Nah,
That's fucking hilarious.
it ain't from stress, motherfucker. It was from my wrist. I was breaking my wrist, like pinching nerves and shit. Couldn't feel my fingers.
What the hell were you doing with your hands? Were you literally delivering trash at night and then like working a full-time job in the morning?
Listen, I was working 60 hours a week, and I was hammering shit, and no, like I would do a lot of the demo shit for like extra money too. So like I'd have to fill up these trash bins, and then I would like pick up a trash bin and flip it over, and I would carry one here and one here, and I would put a bunch of tension on my wrist from carrying like 100-pound, trash
only
bins.
Construction worker get paid by the hour trying to do as much work in an hour as he can. I be seeing motherfuckers out there like this, like trying to say slow down.
True.
Like,
true. Listen, they were happy to have me. They're like, we got this fucking Mexican dude here. Look at him hustling. I tried to tell.
Like over there, like.
Oh yeah, I was working hard. I was a hustler. I know he still misses me to this day.
We're gonna beat this deadline, ain't we? Everybody like, slinging my hammer slow.
When I showed up, and there's just so many stories. But that's exactly it.
Mike had a fucking harness on that people use for bungee jumping, and he jumping to different floors and shit.
He should have had that.
Everybody else taking their sweet ass time getting in the elevator. Come on, John. We wait for you. We get paid by the
elevator.
All right, one time. Listen, so I've worked hard as fuck from the moment I got there to the moment I was done, because that's just who I am. It's not a big deal. Like it's just who I am, right? But these motherfuckers treated me like trash. But whatever, like it's cool. Like
work too hard.
Yeah, whatever. But the fact is, like the first time that I took a break, I went to go throw some trash out. Literally, like filled up my truck with their trash, and I took it to the trash can. Okay, I was gone, and I was like, oh, while I'm here, I'm gonna take a shit. So then I take a shit. I'm gone 15 minutes, and I get back, and he's like, where were you? I said, I was taking the trash, and I took a shit. He said, no, you weren't. And I said, yes, yeah, actually I was. Like I literally took a shit, and I went and took the trash out. Like, what's your point? He said, oh, yeah, I'm going to check the cameras. I said, check the cameras, Carl. Like, what the fuck are you trying to tell to me that I'm a liar? I just took a shit. You want to smell my ass? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
He's like, bend over.
Yeah. And I was like, why are you calling me a liar? Like, I literally have never done anything. I said, I haven't even taken a fucking break today, so count it as my 15-minute break. He said, you weren't gone for 15 minutes. You were gone for half an hour. I said, now that's a fucking lie. You check the cameras and look at how long I was gone. Oh, man, I was heated. I was like, you fucking call me a fucker? Get the fuck out of here. I lied because I took a shit for 15 minutes? You got these dudes
round
sitting
trip. And the biggest shit only takes me 3 minutes, Carl. That's 3 minutes, all right? I have 5 minutes to fucking sit in the parking lot and contemplate why the fuck I work here.
Yeah, I was like, literally, I haven't taken a break yet. You said I get 2 15-minute breaks. Yet you're getting on my case because I took a shit for the first time I've been here a month.
How was you taking a shit if you still got on your utility?
I took a shit for the first time in a month. Is that what you just said?
No.
It's like, how you taking a shit and you ain't got any toilet paper on the bottom of your boot?
Fuck that.
Yeah. Hey, if you came out for your boot, you would have been a real suspect, right? Like, look at my boot.
Fuck that, dude.
Sorry, Mike. I did not mean to. I don't even need to check the camera. That is really authentic.
Check the motherfucking cameras, bitch. Like, literally.
They get you on some other shit. They check the camera, plot twist, and they're like, he's stealing garbage. He's taking our trash. One man's trash is another man's treasure. We have to fire him.
Listen, He was like, this one kid that was working there. He like quit. And then Carl said, where the fuck is the jackhammer? And they said that he had it last, but I was out of town. And then I found the jackhammer like where it was supposed to be. The kid told him like I put the jackhammer back where it's supposed to go, and he didn't give him his last paycheck because he said he stole it, but he had no proof that he stole it, and the fucking jackhammer was still there. He's like, I'm not giving him his check. Fuck him. He stole the fucking jackhammer. I was like, this is the jackhammer. What are you talking about? And he still wouldn't give him his check.
What people don't realize about like with jobs, and I'm just being like candid, like the shittier the job, the shittier the conditions. Like it's not a shitty job in itself. It's like the conditions, it's the people, it's the hour, it's the intensity, it's the stress, it's the fucking unorganized fucking micromanagement. It's the fact that like you're treated like listen to me. In a salary position, I've never taken like a drug test, for example. I've never had a job that what I would say, low enough, I guess, to where I had to worry about a drug test. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like in high school and shit like that, of course. But like I ain't like smoking weed or nothing in high school. But I was never worried about that. And it's crazy that like people don't really. So when I go places, I try my best to be as kind as I can. I only judge things like on objectivity. For example, we went to a Lolo's Chicken and Waffle, right?
Lolo.
And it's rated really high, whatever. It's like in a like a more, I don't want to say urban. I'm gonna just say a little bit undeveloped, like a little not that.
Like they didn't have a Whole Foods in the town, basically.
Yeah, they didn't have a Whole Foods in this town. All right, this part of town. It's crazy. It's 2 miles away. This shit changes. Like people don't realize gentrification doesn't go far, but you do. You do. But anyway, we go there and then I come in and we seated with this young kid. He's like can't be more than like 17, and then he like sits us down at a table and was like, all right, I'm gonna get y'all some menus. And then like he like, y'all want some water? I'm like, wait, what? Like, is that an option? Like, is that like I feel as though if I'm the waiter or I'm running the show. I'm gonna get you guys some water. I'll be back with 2 menus. I'm gonna tell you what the day's specials are. Just give me one moment. I'm a little busy today, but I don't want to make that your problem. Boom, come back with 1 menu and COVID-19. 2 cold ass waters in mason jars. I take a sip of the water and it tastes like fucking tap water, whatever. And then I take another sip and I swallow a motherfucking piece of plastic. What the fuck? I'm like in my mouth, like, what the fuck is that?
This is fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage.
It's just flow. And then when you see something in your motherfucking drink, it ain't just like a piece of plastic. It's floaties and shit. I've been sipping on this shit for about 10 minutes, man. Like, and you ain't bring nothing but the menu. You bring 2 sets of utensils, but you bring 1 menu. I'm like, are y'all down on menus? Can you do the QR code shit for COVID and just let me QR code this bitch? Why you gotta bring me a menu? Y'all ain't up on that shit yet? I just go to many places where that's the standard. Listen, and so
the fact is, all right, go ahead.
Motherfucking waffle was undone. I had a light-skinned waffle. All right, motherfucking waffle. I'm golden. That motherfucking waffle look like Hannah. All right, I'm like, this shit ain't Hannah. You get waffle look like you. That shit ain't done. All right. So
I ain't eating waffles that look like me.
The lady goes, I'm sorry, it's a new guy on waffles. Wait a minute. Wait the fucking minute. If this is like Anton and Mike's donuts and milkshakes, I'm not putting the new guy on fucking milkshakes. Water donuts. His ass is on water. Make sure there's no fucking plastic in the water. That's your job. Look at these ice cubes.
They're like, you're hired, and today you're making waffles. The main thing we sell here, waffles. You ever made a waffle? No. Back to waffles.
Clean the motherfucking menus because we don't have QR code technology, which is really fucking simple. We just print a fucking QR code with a link to a PDF of our fucking menu, and it goes to the internet. Somebody needs to help these fucking like restaurants. Like
take over. Anton takes over at Hell Kitchens,
bro.
There you go. You need to do that. Go out.
I would really help that company. I would step that motherfucking company.
Look, Hannah's shaking and shit. She's losing so much blood. Look at her. I saw you shaking.
White. Look, you ain't white. You whiter than white today. You pale. Like you bleeding out.
You look like I did in the last episode. Pale as fuck.
Something's not right.
I've been telling dog. I'm like, get her. She needs some milk.
You're not coagulating. Something ain't
like,
right.
That's a candy bar.
We need to get you to a doctor.
How much blood is that? Is that the blood? Is that your finger? That's your
okay.
finger.
It is kind of long though. Look here. It's like all the way down the hole.
Oh my god!
I literally was like sliced.
Hannah, you need stitches. You fucking need stitches today.
No. It's not that deep.
Bro, if you don't go now, they're not going to be able to patch that shit up and it's going to be nerve damage.
I don't have nerve damage. I can use all my
kill you within
fingers.
12 hours. I think 12 hours is pushing it for stitches. They was like, has it been 12 hours? It was like a day. I was like, no.
Hey, did you know that you... Hey.
So it's been 2 times in my life, Hannah, I had that fucking thumb thing. One on both thumbs, right? So one time, this is when I first moved to Hong Kong. I'm eating fucking orange in the morning. I got a client at like 5 a.m. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just hydrate because oranges are really great for hydrating in the morning. So I get an orange and I'm like, all right, I got this little, nun tablet, for electrolytes and stuff. And cool, I'm out the door.
Hey, Hannah loves nuns. You should send her some of those.
I do. Maybe we can get them a sponsor.
I do nun and liquid IV as well.
Oh, I don't do that.
I do liquid IV, yeah.
Bro,
it's not in the budget now.
Yeah. But man, listen, because out here is so dry, I wake up like a fucking mummy. Like
you say you were in Hong Kong.
Yeah, but even out there too, I was so hot.
His story's kind of.
So no. I learned the nun tablet when somebody gave me one when I was hungover when I was in Hong Kong, and I was like blown away.
Hannah, how many nuns does what's her name Emma Coburn drink a day?
I drink at least
she drank 10 tubes
a day.
Wait a minute.
It's 10 tablets in a tube.
Wait, how much does she drink?
It's 10 tablets. It's 10 tablets in one tube.
I think it was a tube a day.
Oh, a tube a day. A tube a day. That's a lot.
That's fine. That's a little bit over. I would do. I would do it the most, maybe 4. That's a lot. 4 is a lot for me. Like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at before my workout or during, and then 1 like before bed. Yeah.
You got the nun rest?
Yeah. I got that one.
One's first. I get that too.
It was a weird taste when I first got that one.
We need none to be a sponsor of this concept.
We do.
We have 0 views. We have 0 subscribers. We would like you to be our first sponsor.
We're gonna sell none.
We're gonna buy for your sponsorship. We're gonna buy none for full price. That's your sponsorship.
So I'm like cutting an orange with a ceramic knife. I never had a ceramic knife in my life, and these motherfucking knives are sharp. You don't realize how sharp a ceramic knife is. So I tap down on it. Tap down. I'm like twisting the orange, chopping down. Twisting the orange, chop it down. Twist the orange, chop it down. And I peel it.
Did the fact that you're bringing the knife all the way back here to chop the orange?
Fucking.
I think
it
that's
was early
the first
morning.
one.
I was like this. Look, and then so
he's like an axe. Did you see that?
I'm just eating it. I'm like, this fucking orange tastes like almonds or like iron or something. And I look down and it's just blood everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God.
You didn't feel it? Were you dead?
I thought I cut my thumb off. I hit my thumb like right in the crease, like right there, across it. And
I just like blood dripping down from his face.
How does he not feel that shit? I just don't know.
I just put my hand in the air and then I just walked to the fucking hospital like 3 blocks away. And it's crazy because in Hong Kong.
And you said, I didn't know because I didn't feel it. Cut my whole thumb off.
So I walked to the hospital and then the ER was packed. So I just went home because I had to go to work. So I just fucking taped that shit up at home and I was like, I'll go after work. So after work, I did like a 14-hour day. And then I went to the fucking ER and they were like, has it been more than 12 hours? I'm like, no, not at all. But in Hong Kong, you use a debit card for everything. And they had basically my Octopus card. It costs the equivalent of like $15 to get stitches put in. They gave me painkiller. I think it was like Vicodin or something. I never took it. I think I gave it to somebody. Probably created like, an addict or something. A friend of mine. And then they removed the stitches for $15 US.
Wow. Or is that you that said, how much does it, do you know how much it costs to have a baby? And it was like, oh, well, it's like 50,000 in America, and it was like $36 in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid, bro. Yeah, I had a friend. His girl had like complications when they had a baby, and his son is 3, and they're still paying like doctor bill.
Here?
Yeah, in America.
Fuck that.
I paid for my kids on the same card that I used to get on the bus. I paid for my kid. They were like, okay, the bill.
All right, you gotta start speaking to the people. Okay, so when you're almost ready to have the baby, not too close because you don't want to, fly and have the baby on the plane, but you should leave and then get to the Hong Kong and then make sure you have the baby in Hong Kong before you come back.
You need
save your whole life. You could
need a Hong Kong ID in order to do that. So you need a job.
You gotta have a job.
Yeah, you gotta have a job there.
Wait, Hannah, this is funny. Wait,
3 months out. 3 months out. You gotta
let's hit this. Let's hit the reverse on that story, and let's reverse and rewind back to 2005 when Po Man Lo got off the plane from Hong Kong. Her name's Po Man Lo. What did she go by?
Alex.
Okay, she went by Alex. Her name was Po Man Lo. She was a race walker. She had raced in America for like another team, and then I think that team like went to D1. They used to be NAI. She was a race walker. She's like a national champ. So then
what's the distance in race walking? 10K?
3K or 5K?
3K or 5K.
All right. 3K indoors, 5K outdoors. And then my coach was telling me that
I've only seen that race happening once, and I blew my mind. I'm like, damn, I'm going to get a hot dog.
So she got off the plane like 8.5 months pregnant, and he recruited her.
What?
And then at the school, they couldn't go. They couldn't live on campus there. You know how like EI used to have like on campus like family housing. People used to ask me, "You got fucking kids? You married? Why are you living over there?" Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, they kicked her off.
Me and Mike lived, it was like you had to be married or had kids, but that wasn't the case with everybody. The rugby coach lived there.
Right. Yeah. Because it's cheap, $426 a month. But anyway, so she had the kid, and they kicked her off campus.
Damn.
But she had that kid in America. Pop, pop.
She made the wrong decision, though. It sounds like.
But from Hong Kong? Are you sure she's from Hong Kong?
Listen, she actually, I just talked to her recently. But yeah, she's definitely from Hong Kong. This lady, like, literally didn't put that on a recruiting form. Like, they should have that. Are you 8 months pregnant or more?
You're like, well, they didn't ask.
Right.
Do they ask girls? Is it lawful?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
They don't ask that.
That's why we can't get internationals. You don't know what they're going to be. Get off the plane first time you seen them. What happened to you?
I think it would be disadvantage to you. Do you got to keep your scholarship? If you're pregnant, do you get to keep your scholarship?
I bet you can definitely appeal that shit. If not,
I mean, what would be the conditions as you as a coach could repeal somebody's scholarship?
It's a pre-existing condition, baby.
All right, what about you can't take somebody's scholarship because they got slow.
Okay, what division and what institution?
Division 1.
Yeah. Like when? Middle of the year or end of the year?
So every year is negotiable, right?
Okay, so in Division 2, it was every year. You get a 1-year contract, basically.
Yeah.
And you could appeal it, though.
Because I was a walk-on. I ain't had no money. They was like, you slow. You be lucky if you get in the race. I'd be like, okay.
Like, we're going to let you get a jersey. Hey, I saw you talking about old boy that never raced for your school. He never raced. Oh, boy. You were just texting about him.
Who?
The black kid. Little black kid dating a tall white girl.
He never raced?
No, he used to try out every year running 24 seconds in a 200. Remember him?
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, they were just talking about him.
Who was it?
Nathan something.
That wasn't me. I wasn't just talking about him.
It was in our group chat. Anyways.
No, I was talking about Nate Robinson who got knocked out yesterday.
Oh.
So Nate Robinson is a basketball player.
Oh, and he fought the YouTube kid or something.
He fought the YouTube dude, got his ass knocked out in 1.5 rounds or some shit.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Oh, my bad. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Crazy. Yeah. But yeah. All right, so break it down. So it's a yearly contract renewal.
Yeah. But listen, they never let me cut nobody. So
you couldn't, like, on what grounds could you lawfully
I don't need grounds.
You could just be like, yo, I don't like you. Scholarship gone.
Yep. Well, you could just say, I'm not renewing your contract. Now, there's an appeal process, but technically, like, it's a 1-year contract, just like employee contracts. Like, same thing with me. It's like, hey, we're not renewing your contract next year. Okay, that's it. Cool. Thanks. See you later.
Yeah.
They don't need grounds. They need grounds. They need grounds to void a contract. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would have needed to have, for anyone to pull their scholarship. Like, okay, so if a kid became ineligible, you could pull their scholarship.
Ineligible grades wise, they put themselves ineligible. So you got you could just pull it.
Yeah.
And your scholarship done.
Halfway through the season, halfway through the year, whatever. Yeah.
So goes to jail, on trial for like some fucking
that's in their contract. That's in their contract.
Armed robbery. Like, boom. Once you break the law, illegal substances, whatever.
Yeah, I
made a joke in the training room about smoking weed. I'm like, I'm about to go get high tonight. I've never smoked, never done no drug in my life. Next morning, I had like 2 days later, I had a drug test. I was like, damn, really? Joke like motherfucker. Handed me a Capri Sun at 5 a.m.
Really?
I almost took a piss in the shower. I woke up and took a shower. I almost took a piss in the shower. I had to hold that shit and run across the street.
Oh, wow. I've never been drug tested.
Yeah, somebody snitched on me. I got drug tested like twice. I'm like, damn, I ain't even. It was one day. I'm like, I improved by 2 seconds. Wow, it's like that. 2 seconds into 800, huh?
A lot of times they test who they know is not going to test, you know?
To throw out.
I couldn't even listen. I knew kids
were actually.
Listen, I knew kids were fucked up and they were drinking, doing fucked shit and doing drugs, and I couldn't even get them tested. So
that's actually smart for a team who knows that their high-level athletes are doping. If they say you got to test 20% of your team, you just test the scrubs.
Right. That's why you got tested, motherfucker. Look at you.
Yeah, they got my. Damn. I took a test for Bowie.
True. Bowie.
David Holm, you owe me one.
Listen, we talked about that already. We talked about that last episode. Or
I don't know. I don't think so. Listen to me. I don't think anybody in my college was actually spectacular. I think this.
Fuck that.
I think that I know, if I could go back now with what I know and my abilities, you too. If you can go back with what you know right now as a coach, go back and be 20 years old, you can break 150 in an 8.
Maybe.
Without a doubt.
It wouldn't have been worth anything.
Huh?
What would it have been worth? I would have had to run more races. Like, what the fuck?
I know, but I'm saying you know how to do it. You didn't know how to do it then.
I think I would have taken things. I don't know if I definitely had the leg speed to break 150, but when it comes to like
people who are great runners, they start off by having the ability, the talent, without even knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People say like Donovan Brazier came out of nowhere. I'm like, that kid won his state championship with like a 146, bro, or some shit. Like, he broke 150 in high school. Right. 148.
That's like Lionel Manzano. Motherfucker went 410 in high school off a small school.
Alan Webb broke 4 minutes in a mile in high school. He still holds, I think, the fastest high school mile ever. 353. I think it's 353. He's still the fastest ever high schooler in the mile.
Something like that.
In high school, you know, motherfucker got
Hannah knows.
Wouldn't grow back.
Yes, he does.
He didn't have hair back then, and tell me he wasn't fucking doing some shit. Here's the thing.
He was bald from me as soon as he was born. He never had hair.
He from that EPO generation, that Lance Armstrong, that generation of motherfuckers.
He never tested positive. All right, so think about this. When I was in high school, I remember being in the weight room. Don't know what the fuck I was doing there because I didn't lift any weights. But I remember dudes talking about how they were taking steroids on the football team and stuff. And I remember there was a dude there that was asking someone else, like, hey, I need more of that stuff because I'm running out of it. And he was like, shut the fuck up. Don't ask me that here. Well, that dude went to Michigan and played for fucking Michigan on their football team, and he was jacked as a motherfucker, and he was even bigger in college. So you're telling me he didn't do shit then, but he was doing shit, and he was smaller in high school? Get the fuck out of here! Your strength coach ain't that good. Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Say fuck as many times as you can.
Alan Webb is the assistant coach at University of Arkansas.
Makes sense. Oh yeah, I saw him. We saw him. Yeah, we saw him. My kids took a picture with him.
That's fucking.
Isn't it Central Arkansas?
I
don't think it's University of Arkansas. I think it's
University of Arkansas.
No, it's University of Arkansas.
Little Rock. Yeah, that.
What's up with these schools be trying to trick a motherfucker?
He got a bunch of kids. You know how many kids he has?
University of Boston.
He got like 4 or 5 kids.
Oh wow.
I
just saw and his wife run. She ran at the trials in the marathon.
I was gonna say, you said like a motherfucker can't have a life after they finish.
No. He just had. I didn't know he had any kids.
He is not attractive anymore. Fuck. He's fucking a lot.
I'm sorry.
Fucking everybody.
I didn't know he had any kids. He got like 5 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, hey.
And his wife run.
43.84. That's smoke. A 3:30 1500. A 3:46.91 mile. He still holds the American record in the mile.
Yep. Yeah,
that's insane. That's insane. Alan Webb is a beast.
Yeah, the craziest thing is that he had an Achilles problem. That's it. Achilles!
I forgot his book.
I love that movie.
My friend had his fucking book in high school.
What movie?
Troy.
Yeah.
When the little kid talks to Achilles.
Bro, that scene was insane.
Now the first scene when he's in bed with old girl, and he's like,
he was in bed with like 3 women.
Oh yeah,
There was 3 women in his bed. And he like pushes one off of him, and he's like, "What's up?" And he's like, "There's the biggest Philistine I've ever seen in my life. I wouldn't want to fight him." Mm-hmm. And then motherfucker turned to him and say, "That is why nobody will ever remember your name."
Yeah.
Rides off on a motherfucking horse. I'm like, "Ooh, Brad Pitt."
I tell people that shit. I used to tell people that shit all the time.
Bro,
that is why you'll never be remembered.
All right, so which one is better, Troy or Gladiator? I have my
Gladiator.
Without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt, Gladiator is. It's just something about like Russell Crowe in that movie, man. Like
he said, "My name is Marcus Aurelius, Maximus Aurelius, whatever he said. Husband to a murdered wife, father to a murdered son, and I will have my vengeance."
I was born with a club foot. Ran track and field.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, this motherfucker was talking about his whole life, like he was husband to a murdered wife. Hey, you know who that was?
Gastrointestinal injuries.
Who was fucking?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Was that fucking Joaquin Phoenix? He was Caesar. Get the fuck out of here! I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. He was Caesar. Whoa.
What he doing?
That's what he does.
Are you much entertained? Is this not why you are here? Is this not what you've come for? I was like, damn, you just killed 3 lions.
Have you seen Russell Crowe lately?
Nah, he probably fat as fuck.
He's fat as a motherfucker. This dude's fat as a motherfucker.
A lot of money, leave me alone.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. He was just in this other movie, fat as fuck. Have you seen? Oh, hey, Anton.
The Next 3 Days?
Yeah.
That was like our favorite Russell Crowe movie, man.
Shit. Hannah, you know that story.
What?
Anton, you tell the story. Let's see if she remembers.
Right. Me and Mike got so fucking drunk, and we went to the movie theater. Then we get drunk.
Go back early.
I don't remember. That's all I remember. We was tore off, and it was the greatest movie ever. And then we saw it again, like sober.
No, maybe. All right, listen. I saw that Russell Crowe had a new movie coming out, but I didn't really know anything about it. And so Anton and I were like, "Hey, you want to go see this movie? Russell Crowe's in it." He was like, "Cool." And I was like, "Hey, I'm hungry. You want to go early? We'll go eat at Stadium Grill." And we were like, "Cool." So then we ate there, and our food was fucking great. We had these big ass tall beers,
Blue
like.
Moon.
So then we're kind of like tipsy, and then we go in the movie theater, and it's me and him in the fucking theater alone. And we were like, and then the movie started upside down, and we're like, hey.
But what it was, I think it started that way because that scene where the guy was in his back seat.
No, I've seen the movie 20 times. No,
Oh shit!
it
I
was
thought it
at,
was kids. Remember he
yeah,
like the drug kid. He put him in the
yeah,
back.
yeah. We're like, what the fuck? What is this? And then they flipped it, and it's cool. But anyway, so Anton and I are like, oh shit! It was just like a great movie, and we
Yeah,
went on our first date together. That was it.
that
I
was it.
remember. I remember that story.
Yeah, I thought he was
He
gonna
was in
tell it better.
Charleston.
Right.
Oh man, I forgot all about it because Stadium Grill became my shit. You sent me a picture like a year ago, like where I'm at. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I ever had a blue moon too.
I think so.
Yeah, it was good beer. It was good beer. It's a go-to out. It's a like, yo, ain't no good choices. I fuck with the blue moon. You
It's
know.
from Colorado.
It is.
Really?
Yep, that's what I heard.
I like Blue Moon too.
They do real good beers out here. I've become an IPA fan. I was not at first, but IPAs are pretty decent. What do you say, Atlanta? What kind of IPAs do you have on tap?
Who said that?
It was on Atlanta. You never seen Atlanta? Oh my God, you guys are missing out. Oh my God. So Donald Glover, you know who that is, right? Donald Glover.
Yeah, I always mix him up with somebody else, or maybe the same person.
It's the same person. His rap name is Childish Gambino.
That.
So he's a rapper. He started in this sketch comedy group called Derek Comedy. He graduated from New York University with a degree in creative writing, right? So he wrote for 30 Rock, and he was on this TV show, The Community. So he wrote for Tina Fey. He was one of Tina Fey's writers.
All right.
And obviously, I mean, that's the major. He probably wrote for other people and shit, Saturday Night Live, who cares, whatever. And then he was on The Community, the TV show. And then they made like a little low budget movie on the side. And then he was always rapping. Like I listened to him rap in high school. I mean, like high school, I was in high school. He had like, it was like nerdy black kid rap, you know, like, and it was like this very small group of like black kids that like, yeah, it's okay, we smart. And fuck you, I'm still from the hood, like that, you know, that kind of group. And that's what like he represented.
Anton.
I know, right? Basically. And so so it was good music. And I was like, man, but like nobody's ever gonna buy this shit. Like nobody's gonna listen to this guy. And then he just kept like leveling up. And then he did stand-up comedy. And he's really fucking funny. So now he's writing for TV shows, he's writing movies, he raps, and he does stand-up comedy. And you've heard his song, This Is America.
This is America, yeah.
This is America.
Yeah.
Don't catch you slipping now. And then Redbone. Stay woke. Down. That song? Oh man, I'm gonna send you that. That's a fucking great album. So he sings. He does like jazz, neo soul, like funk like style, like Bootsy Collins, you know, like in that, well, who would you recognize in rock? Like Jimi Hendrix. Think of like Jimi Hendrix era, right? That 70s psychedelic, like rap, lo-fi kind of shit. But he's good. So he has a TV show, full circle, a TV show called Atlanta. And it's basically, it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Have you ever seen that?
No.
With the writer of Seinfeld? Where the fuck do you guys live? Have any of y'all seen The Sopranos? Like,
barely.
Oh my God.
The Sopranos, we didn't have HBO back then.
All right. So,
and still don't.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. All right. So this is basically a fictitious version of true stories of his life, but he rewrote it. Like if you, Hannah, you get to write your life, right? You get a TV show about your life and you write your life, right? You're going to write like what you wanted to happen in those situations would not necessarily always happen. So he went to his story, his character in the TV show his name is Earl. He graduates high school from Atlanta in the hood, East Atlanta. And then he goes to like Stanford, right? Or Yale or something like that. And then he drops out like after a year. He comes back and he's broke. And while he's gone, his cousin, who wasn't as a smart, you know, book smart, becomes like a locally famous rapper. And then he comes back and he's trying to manage his cousin's like career. And they just go through all these adventures together.
And none of that actually happened.
I mean, not. I think some of it's stories, but not of all of it's true stories. So, because he come up with some crazy shit. Like it was one story where this rapper was so big, he had like an invisible car, and so he was doing this thing on the internet. On like he was like leaning in the street, like, "Yo, this is my invisible Lexus," right? So the car, and nothing's there. And then at the last scene of the episode where the club is shot up and that rapper's there, he gets in his invisible car and hits like 6 people, like drive it off. And it was like, whoa, wait, he had a fucking invisible car this whole time. That was crazy. But it looks like he's just lying on Instagram.
That's funny.
It was like he's in the street sitting down. He's like, yo, invisible car. And like people, like if you look up the hashtag invisible car, you'll see this shit on Instagram. It's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, he wrote a really good episode with like, it was like this eerie episode where like this party happened at Drake's house where he invited all these girls and he bust them in, but Drake wasn't there. It was a cardboard cutout of Drake. It was like, you get to take your picture. You'll get like 10,000 Instagram follows as soon as you do. Like tag us, tag this party. It was weird.
Have you seen, what's that called? Oh, have you heard that song Chicago Freestyle?
Yeah.
The Drake
Is that
song?
the one by Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it like briefly. I think I listened to it once or twice.
I love that song. It's good.
Speaking of music, Lil Wayne just dropped No Ceilings 3 mixtape. And I like Lil Wayne. I love Lil Wayne's music. I dislike that DJ Khaled is the DJ and not DJ Drama or Cannon. If you know anything about DJ Khaled, I think he's he's successful at what he does, but I just don't like him as a DJ personality. You know,
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, it's like he's just yelling at the mic.
Yelling at the mic.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, and it's controversial right now because like Lil Wayne just did a photo op with like Donald Trump, you know.
Right. You talked about that. You were like, I wouldn't go for no amount of money to see Donald Trump.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I mean, I don't think I need like if I'm a superstar already, I don't need to be that famous.
Hey, just wait till these lawsuits come back, motherfucker.
40 lawsuits have been tossed out. Oh, speaking of which, his fucking lawyer before Giuliani, who fucking sweats motor oil, by the way, and was almost Sacha Baron Cohen should have let that shit go and allowed him to become a pedophile, a little freaky ass motherfucker. Nasty ass old man. That girl told her she was 15. He trying to hand her some drinks. Have you seen the new Borat?
No, I haven't.
Heard about it.
Is it on Netflix or is it on Amazon?
No.
I think it's on something.
I'll get it to you. I get it on like, you know.
You still got the Hong Kong.
We got the burn disc.
Hey, I'll be releasing my sources out here. All right. So with Trump, something interesting. So you know Michael Cohen, his previous lawyer, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker went to a law school that is ranked 194, right? You want to know how many law schools have accreditation ranking in America? 203.
Hey, he's still in there.
Are you fucking serious? The president of the United States lawyer went to a school that's ranked 194 out of 203? Listen to me. If you ran that in high school cross country, you can 194 out of 203. You are not finishing the season, all right? You are the slowest motherfucker. You're the weakest kid. You would give up. Come on, man. I was like, man, my mom went home. I remember my first cross country race. I was like, I got top 30. My mom was like, do better. And I was like, it was 300 people in this race, Ma. It was 300 people.
You cut the course, didn't you?
It was like the Andrew invitation or something. It was fucking huge. You used to go to, you're from Plainville, right? Y'all went to, did y'all go to Bullfrog up by like us?
I used to run at the Andrew, yep.
Fucking Argo. No.
I ran at Argo too.
Mark Batista fucking smoked everybody at sectionals, bro. Look, this is how weak I was. I watched him pass me as I spectated that race. Mark Batista dropped like a 14-10 or some shit.
Hey, I ran against Evan Yeager at sectionals, bitch.
You said who?
I said, I went through the mile. I went through the mile ahead of Evan Yeager at sectionals. And then I saw him bounce past me. And then I walked the rest of the race because I was done.
I was going to say, when he passed you, like, excuse me, little guy.
He was just like, broop, 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 broop.
Bro, I seen, like, you know who was cold? The coldest team to me, beyond York, it was Sandberg, Carl Sandberg. They were cold, bro. They're always cold. Yeah. Man, oh my gosh.
They had those twins.
Now, this is what I don't understand. Explain this to me, Mike. and maybe this just because it's immigration. Why are all right? It's only look. No, black people are the top distance runners in the world, right? But they're Africans. They're not African American. Mo Farah is African London. You know what I mean?
African.
All the killers.
African.
They're African, right?
Train hard, win easy.
So listen, no African Americans are great distance runners. So when you think about distance running in America,
that's because the American Africans, the ones that they brought over here to be slaves, weren't skinny ass Eastern Africans. They were the big fucking Africans. Yeah.
You mix Nigerian with strength training in the field all day. Hey, there are some people in the Southeast. It's true. Listen to me. Slave genetics, meaning that not like it's a thing like, you know, you got it or
slave
something like
genetics.
Slave genetics is like, if you're descendants of slaves, you're going to genetically inherit some fucking resilience.
Well, like, there's a reason why they were picked. Like we will steal and sell you, and then we're gonna make you have sex with her.
About slavery is that we were breeded. You know what I mean?
Bred,
like,
yeah.
Slave owners would be like, wait a minute. Instead of spending $10,000 for a top dollar slave, I'm gonna buy 2.
The fuck was that?
Dog don't like this woke ass conversation.
Listen, your dog heard slave and he was like,
oh, see? You see how black people don't fuck with dogs?
Oh shit. That dog wasn't playing. He heard about that. Man, that scared the shit out of me. Bro, I got scared. I met the dog for the first time. That's a good dog. She got a good dog. Oh, that dog is he's a lover, but he's got a bark, as you can tell.
Big.
He's big. He's the same size as my dog. Like he's like 5 or 10 pounds lighter than my dog.
What kind of dog is it?
It's Pit.
Shit, she got a pit bull.
She got Pit.
Like 100% Pit. Like
it looks. If you look at its head, you're like, oh, that's a Pit. It's got a fucking solid big ass head and jaws and everything. If that dog turns on her, she's fucked.
If you just get hungry one day, if your dog just flipped, like, you know what, Hannah? Fuck you.
Hannah, Anton said if your dog flips on you one day,
that's it.
Over.
Remember that lady got that motherfucking orangutan? She had that orangutan as a pet.
It tore her face off.
Fucked her face up. Yeah. Motherfucker was like, wait a minute. I am the dominant. I'm the fucking alpha male here, bitch. I am hell no. This is like Alien vs Predator. Okay, I got all the fucking.
Hannah, what happened?
Shit.
Hannah, what happened?
Saw a dog or something. I guess heard it. He can't see it. I just closed the blinds, so he's heard it.
I told her she needs to get the Zap collar. All right, so that's dog. You put him on a leash. She's
like, I am not hurting him.
Listen,
that dog don't think twice about eating your ass if he's hungry.
When you put the dog on a leash, he's like, all right, I'm walking you now, bitch. And just like starts going, pulling hard. Like he'll jerk the fuck out of you if you're not ready.
And what's up with you? You got this naughty dog, it sounds like.
Talk about your dog. Look at him. I got a piss.
Give me an excuse. She don't even want to look. She look like a parent that's like sad that the kid is bad.
I am sad. You be acting crazy like that. What the hell was that? Go back to bed.
This is sad. You need to go drink some sugar water or something. You lost too much blood. You looking quite translucent right now. Look translucent as fuck.
Real?
I'm scared that you go pass the fuck out. We ain't gonna be able to help you.
Listen, if I go this way, you just call 911. You got my address. I sent in the group one time.
Hey, did you accept your box?
Yeah, I did. It's coming on Friday. Friday?
Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. You
gotta
cook with somebody else because it's enough for 2 people. So now you gotta make a friend. You know.
Or I gotta cook and eat it twice.
No. It's social day. You can cook with somebody. That's a date, girl. You know, a date. You know, you can do that. I was dropping hints. You know, I was like, get out there. You young.
Oh.
You know, that's why I said that. You know.
I got you.
There you go. You pick up what I'm putting down.
Got you. Yeah.
You gotta. There's some prospects out there. Shoot. Get to swinging. You gotta swing.
What happened to you?
I had to pee.
Oh.
I said I'll be back. I gotta pee.
I heard.
Encouraging Hannah to get out there. You know, I said that's why I sent her the Christmas gift for cooking, so it could become a date. You know, you get out there and
I thought he'd want me to eat all of it. I did. I kind of wanted. If I like it, I'm eating all
I'm
of
like,
it.
it's 2 servings. She's like, all right,
I thought you sent her Lululemon, motherfucker.
No.
I thought he did too, but I wouldn't know.
She thought it might be for your birthday. This is need some food. This is more useful, okay? I'm pretty sure you got enough sports bras.
Listen,
True.
Oh man.
We need to get old girl on this podcast so then Hannah can get it a sponsor.
Why you ain't hit her up? I ain't even seen the episode we did with her. I think she deleted that one. I think she was like, why was that a revelation? Why was that a revelation?
Listen, she looked hurt.
If you look in the mirror and you know you're gorgeous, right? You know that, right? Like, Mike, was this woman not gorgeous?
It wasn't just that. It was the fact that she couldn't believe that her looks would ever be
the ladder.
The ladder.
Like, she didn't believe she had the ability to fuck her way up the ladder like that. Like, okay. If you want, I'm not saying that.
Even listen, the thing is, everybody can fuck their way up the ladder. I think
that's what I'm saying. But she didn't believe that she had the ability to.
But not just that. Not just that.
People don't have self-esteem.
It's not just that. It's the fact that men are of this thought pattern. It's like, if I talk to this attractive person, I might have a shot. So it's like, I'm going to talk to her more frequently. I'm going to talk to her because she's attractive more than I'm going to talk to her because she's less. Or him, whatever. Yeah. She just had no idea that, like, doors haven't been open for her because the way she looked. Like, it's the same. It's just like, you're not thinking. You know what I mean? It's like a smart person. Like, if you're smart, doors open for you because you're intelligent, you're articulate or whatever. You know, if you're dumb, doors ain't opening for you, dummy.
And you still don't know why, because you're dumb. Hannah, have you ever gotten out of a ticket? Like a moving violation? Simple one, you know. Have you ever been pulled over?
I have barely ever been pulled over, so I can't really answer that question.
Before, yes.
Yeah, and I got the ticket though.
He was like, yeah.
I got one ticket. One speeding ticket.
He was like, look, he was going 95 and 30.
What'd you do? What was that ticket for?
Speeding.
Speeding. I was speeding.
When? How far? When was that?
The year I crashed my car. So I got 2 tickets actually. One was the crash and one was the speeding. 2015. So
obviously, you learned a big life lesson there.
It was a bad year.
I had a bad year. Yeah, basically nothing was going right in my life. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
I felt like that this week, man. Oh, I got a new car.
Yeah, you sent to us.
So fucking story. I sent it to the group and Mike with the boys, and Reed didn't believe I was telling the truth. He was like, "Wait, are you serious? You traded your car for an electric vehicle?" Yeah. So I'm one step closer to the Tesla. One more step.
Why don't you just buy a Tesla?
Keep going.
No. So the reason I downgraded the car is, all right. So Hannah, I moved to Hong Kong in 2014.
Okay.
And then I paid off my student loans. I did like no car, no nothing. So everything I have is gone, right? At the end of 2014, like October 2014. Mm-hmm. And then when you come back after like 6 years,
you got a couple kids.
You don't got no credit. Oh, hey, hold on. That's a whole different. If you don't own anything, you don't spend money in the US. All I did was just pay my taxes. I didn't have a credit card. I didn't own anything. So I had no credit when I got back. I had zero. It was like an 18-year-old who never had a job. I didn't have any debt, but I didn't have any way to prove that I could pay for the shit.
What about your loans? Your loans are from here.
Student loans don't fucking count. That's why you can't, out of bankruptcy, you can't get student loan forgiveness through bankruptcy. Yeah. So student loans, apparently, when you pay back fucking $30,000 to the motherfucking government and the Sally Mae, that don't mean.
Did you get your master's degree yet, bitch?
No, bitch. I got this paper I'm still working on.
Why are you yelling? You turn your mic up?
Yelling it. Is it? Really? Am I yelling?
Yelling it.
Is it loud?
Yeah.
Is it loud? Hannah, is it loud or no?
It's loud. I wouldn't say it's loud. I have to take my phone off.
What Robert Downey Jr. said? What did he say? We fucking lost, man. We're super fucking lost.
How about now? Does it sound bad or worse? Better?
Oh my god. You never seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah. They could never do that video again or that movie again in the present time.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite. You got to watch it like 5 times to appreciate it, and then you're like, oh, okay, now it's funny.
I seen it a while ago.
Yeah. So anyway, I came back on having credit, so I had to do all these stupid things to build credit, like lease a car and a rent plus program, and then apply for credit cards that you're never gonna use, you know. And then I'm like, oh, they got points, so you start gaming the point system, and then doing this and buying something. But then I went to the dentist, and I could have paid it cash, $300 for the fill-ins, but then it was like, if you apply for this care credit, you could pay it off 0 interest for 24 months. I'm like, for $300, don't mind if I build my credit. Like 0 interest, whatever. So all those stupid shit. So I leased a car for a year, and then I was like, after a year, I need to give it back. So I gave it back to him, sold it back to the dealership, and then I downgraded it to a 2015. I had a 2019 Honda Civic. It was nice. It was fucking nice.
Didn't what's his name? Sean have a Honda Civic? Remember that blue one?
A blue Honda Civic? No, I don't think so. I don't remember that one.
He did.
I got a 2015 Nissan Leaf.
He got a lease and a leaf. Look at
a Leaf now.
You got a leaf on a leaf.
I got the coolest car. I got to take it in tomorrow for
electronic tune-up. A recall.
No, I got to take it in for a recall. So my VIN number is in the recall.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they were trying to live with me, right? And so what's happening is I go to dealership. They do a shitty job with the wholesale. Like, I'm gonna just make this a short story. Shitty job with the wholesale. So I call Nissan North America, and I'm like, yo, I'm not satisfied with this experience. This is what happened. I filed a complaint. And basically, no,
you are
fuck
bougie
that.
as a motherfucker. You know that? You are so fucking bougie.
You gonna let me finish my motherfucking story?
Listen,
all right.
We need episode on episode of your bouginess.
Listen, I spent my whole life being poor and fucked over. Not about to happen when I'm an adult. All right, I'm getting everything that's over. I want to speak to the manager. Okay, I had plastic in my fucking water, and my motherfucking waffle is light skin. Okay, bitch. Every around here got gold waffles. This little boy flirting with these little bitches next to me came in with a sweater on, and now she's zipped it down and showing her motherfucking shoulder. And now the little motherfucker done forgot that I, the adult, is the person who's gonna tip him, not this little bitch over here next to him. He was flirting. I was so pissed off. Fucking little boy at Lolo's Waffles. Anyway, so my car battery range. You have a trip computer in your car, right? If you have an interface, it'll tell you. I had an app on my 2019. So I had an interface. I can look and be like, yo, this is how many miles I've driven. This is your odometer. This is your trip. This is your average trip per week, whatever, right? So, Billy Rock. So my average trip in the last 12 months per day was 29 miles. I've gone to Grand Canyon like 3 times. I've fucking driven to Sedona like on weekends all over. It's only 29 miles a day. 10,000.
29 miles a trip.
I mean, 29 miles a day. Like on average, an average day is 29 miles, right? So, or a trip, whatever. Well, a trip you could take to me the daily. All right, 10,800 divided by 12, and then divide that shit by 7 or 365, whatever you want to do.
Oh,
there we go. 10,800 miles divided by how many fucking days in a year is how many days?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, what you said. Keep going, motherfucker.
So the range on the car is supposed to be 84 miles on the first Leaf, the first generation, right? First Leaf.
The range is only 84 miles?
Yeah. So let me finish. So I'm like, that's perfect car. That's perfect car for me. And I looked up my trip, my furthest trips. All right. So I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna tell you everything. You ain't even gotta look it up. 84 miles on the 24 kilowatt per hour battery. 24 kilowatt per hour, 84 miles. 30 kilowatt per hour is 107. 40 kilowatt per hour is 149. 62 kilowatt per hour is 179, I think, or 180.
Not per hour, kilowatt hours.
Kilowatt hour. I'm sorry, kilowatt hour. And then 84 kilowatt hour is 226 range. They're up to now. Listen to
Hey,
me. The truck
stop funneling whatever the fuck you're funneling. I hear it on my fucking shit. Look at you. Stop playing with your little
USB.
dick.
So look at his face.
He's like,
so the newest like Teslas get up to like 400, almost 500 miles.
right, because they're the real electric.
Yeah, well, they're the big shit.
We wanted you to get a
luxury electric, okay? These motherfuckers are literally the Maserati of fucking car. Like, like how? Come on, that is an exclusively luxury. That is a luxury vehicle. I don't give a fuck if it's electric. It's a luxury vehicle. It is faster than every commercial vehicle on the road.
All right, we know Tesla rocks. Tell us about your fucking shitty ass bitch ass leaf.
So, I drive to my client's house, which is a 50-mile round trip. And when I get there, I'm like, yo, I need to plug in my motherfucking car. So I plug in my motherfucking car, and then I make it to the next charge station. And there was a supercharge station out by the casino, like 10 miles from my house after I leave, on the way to my house. And then I make it home. And I was like, that shouldn't happen because I charged the car and we went a mile down the road to the farmer's market Saturday morning. And then I went to her house. Right?
How you driving? You're like,
no. I had eco mode on. I was purposely driving. I wanted to see how far I could push the range with this. So the battery, long story short, there's 3 types of like battery meters when you look at electronics, right? So you have your percentage on your phone battery. Think about that. Very simple. You got the percentage battery. It says 78%, right? And then you have the bars, right? Where it tells you, represents that 78% and the bar. The more accurate thing, before I get into the third one, is the bar, because the bar is the most accurate reading of the power you have. The percentage is based on how you use the device, and it's anticipating already. It's saying, you got all these fucking apps open, your ass about to be down to 48%, like your CPU is telling you that. And then the third one that you have on the car and on your phone is the status, the state of health, right? So basically, after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years, your battery breaks, degradation of the battery. And so the state of health, you charge that bitch to 100%, but your state of health could be 70%. Yeah. And so I believe that this car has a state of health that is below the standard to legally sell it to somebody. We're supposed to service it. And I called the Nissan North America, and that's what they fucking confirmed. And so tomorrow,
nice.
I'm taking my motherfucking car while I'm bougie. I'm taking my motherfucking car because what they didn't give me was the status of health report. If you ever buy an electronic vehicle, you ask for the status of health. That's the Carfax on the battery. The status of health report.
If I buy a fucking electric car, I'm buying that bitch new off the
Of course, yeah. Everybody buy Tesla new. But guess what? Because you buy it new, you're going to want a new one when the new one come out eventually, right?
Not if I can't afford it.
You don't get a new phone and then buy an old phone. But hey, some people do. You downgrade, upgrade life.
Nah, you're right. I get the new version. Give me the new shit.
So the car is basically like $6,000, right? I buy a car for $6,000. I'm like, that's a deal. I've looked this car for months. I know the rate. I know the price. And I came to the conclusion myself that the battery's fucked and they're going to sell it to me. But I learned that all Nissans in that generation especially have 100,000 mile, 8-year guarantee, whatever comes first, on the lithium ion battery because they came out. It was the first ever commercial EV vehicle. So you know you're going to fuck up, right? And it's going to be so fucked up because you have to make a prediction. You have to say, you can't come out with an EV vehicle and we say, what's the range on the car, right? What's a magical number that you can get away with for the first vehicle?
Magic.
100, 105. So they came out and they said 105, 110, 120, right? And the shit only got 85.
Magical.
And so it was a bus, right? So if it's a bus, they're like, look, what we're going to have to eat trying to be the first to the line is we're going to have to eat some of these recoup costs to keep these people happy. What if you sold in the first year, it's the most selling this, Tesla will pass them this year. I think Tesla will pass Nissan. It's the most selling EV vehicle on the road.
Why haven't they made it where you can just like drive your car over and then something's like and puts a new battery up in that bitch?
I mean, that's what it does at the factory, I'm sure, if they change that bitch. Have you ever seen a Tesla factory in operation?
No.
On video? I've seen them on video. I want to go to one and just take a tour. Oh, it's big robots walking around, like rolling around the fucking factory, and then it's people for little shit that the robot can't do, like screw, you know, like that. Like,
oh, like find a little screw.
Yeah, yeah, like one of these and shit. Yeah, so basically the battery degraded, and once it drops below a certain amount of bars to the status of health, then I can go in and warranty.
Are you trying to say that your Nissan Leaf was dropping bars?
Hey. So listen, now the good thing is they don't make the first three versions of the battery anymore, right? So they don't make the 84 range. They don't make the 107 range. Right. So at the very least,
you can't get anywhere.
You can't get. So unless they refabricated one of those shittier ones, it wouldn't, you know, because I would have the same problem pretty soon. So I am confident that I'm going to get at least a 40, maybe a 62 kilowatt hour battery. And then that's going to push me up. That's going to double my range. If I double my range, it's the perfect car. If I get 200 or more, it's the perfect car.
All right, here's what you're saying. That you figured out a loophole and you're going to buy a bunch of these Nissan Leafs and then resell them for double the price and double the distance.
Listen to me. If I get that battery on, I could sell that car tomorrow for double of what I paid for it.
All right. So we heard it here first, folks.
We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Next week. I'm like, listen to me. I already set it up. I called Nissan and put in a complaint. I have a reference number. I know you got it. There's an open investigation. The guy's going to call me back Monday. I emailed you today. You didn't call me back after you said you were going to call me back. I referenced that in my email. And when I show up, what I said was, I'm having a busy day. Don't call me. Please refer to my email if you need to communicate with me so I can start this paper trail. I ain't no scrub. I've been here before. Yeah, I got another small claim on my old apartment building. They try to steal my motherfucking
deposit.
I have a room condition report. Hannah, the apartment condition report says there are no damages. But then you bill me $250 for, it says nails in wall. I'm like, what? I left some nails from some pictures? $250? Even if there was holes in the wall, like caulk don't cost that much. Yo, wow.
Toothpaste costs less.
And then they charged me rent for
wait, why toothpaste? Wait. I don't understand.
I'm not. Somebody said that.
They put toothpaste in the wall.
That's janky. It's janky.
I don't do that. I've never done that in my life.
No,
the child probably.
No, I heard of that though.
I didn't even put nails in this wall, but they said I could.
And they charged me for 3 days of rent that I've already paid because my lease started on like the 4th and it ended on the 3rd, right? But they charged me for the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd of that month. So now I got 3 days rent charge and my deposit and the business small claim that I have that I'm filing tomorrow too. I got a lot of admin to do tomorrow. I got no time. I'm going to the courthouse.
He just need a lawyer.
I'm going to Trader Joe's, H Mart.
He is going to be a lawyer. You don't need a lawyer.
I am not playing. I enjoy this shit too much. How can you give me a room condition report?
I refuse to admit my. What does he say?
Listen,
he got the folder
files right here. I am ready to go.
Put your suit on.
Your Honor, I'm here representing myself.
My greatest look. When I read papers for my stupid ass degree, I flip them over and recycle it, and now it's a notebook. But over here, that's where the shit at for the papers. I don't need no more. Change the game. Save some trees, people.
There you go. Eco-friendly. I like it.
But yeah, so it's not a bougie. I mean, like, it's an upgrade. Like, I like my little car.
Right, smaller.
I downgraded my car. I downgraded my life. You know how much I save a month? $360 a month, man.
You're about to make money. You're about to make $360 a month.
I'm about to do what my mama say. Pay yourself that money. I'm about to put that shit in another account somewhere and make me some money and just live like that shit ain't happening. You know,
hey,
Hannah, keep living like you're in college. Convince your spouse that until you got to get married. Don't upgrade your life.
Listen,
like you're in college.
The funny part is she's using it. She has the table and the couch that I had in college, so she's definitely living like she's in college.
Live like no other.
I didn't buy any of this shit except for my bed frame.
Hey, and don't forget this. Don't forget this.
It's the only
Anton,
friend
he was like, "Hey, can I get that green couch you got?"
Hey,
And I was
I
like,
got a
"Sure,
green
man.
couch now.
You could borrow that green couch." Motherfucker sold it.
Wait, I got a green couch. I didn't sell it like that.
Ooh, you're dirty.
I don't
I wouldn't
remember.
do that.
Yeah.
If I didn't want this anymore, I'd give it right back to him. You want your couch back?
Right.
Thank you so much for letting me use it. I'll give you my couch.
That ain't my couch, bitch.
This is my
Where's
new
my
couch,
green couch?
You know what I realized today? Two things. The pattern is like a Native American pattern. Apparently,
First off. Second off, I bought a couch cover for that bitch, and you got rid of that too.
It was nasty. I think Destiny threw it away. And then the green.
Sound like you gotta send in the money.
I think it's Sugaro.
Send in the money.
Hey, you need to talk to your.
Tell him how much you
time out. You need to talk to your lawyer and get my Netflix money back. Don't pay her that shit in child support. Get that shit back.
Yeah,
get it back.
I keep thinking to myself, I was like, I need to write Mike a check for like half or a quarter of Netflix over the last 6 years.
Yes, you do.
It keeps going up. It just went up another $2.
It went up $2? It's $8.99 now?
$18.99.
18? Bro, I remember
you owe a lot of money. You better check your
I
bank
remember when
account.
Netflix was $6.99. It's $18? All right, Mike, I'm gonna send you a motherfucking Venmo right now.
Right.
This is crazy.
Look, and I had to upgrade. I have the 4 screen.
I don't even have a TV in my house.
The fuck you watch on your fucking iPad. You're just watching Netflix.
Sometimes. No. I ain't watching.
You do have a TV because we saw it in the last
one. I don't have a TV.
You sold it before you moved?
No. That TV came with the apartment.
What the hell? What TV comes with the apartment? You get a fully furnished apartment?
No, they had some units that was furnished, I think, but they didn't have one available.
They just had a TV.
Yeah.
Is it a hotel?
No. It looked like one, but it was like they had remodeled like a motel.
Mine looked like a hotel too, but it didn't come with the TV.
Yeah, it came with the TV, and they got internet when they left. They got the same internet that I have now. They got that, so that's in the price. That's kind of dope. I got a deal on that apartment though. It was like almost $300 less a month because they was like, if you take it today, this one it's a not remodeled unit. I don't give a fuck about no linoleum, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You don't know where I came from. Linoleum floor, whatever.
All right. Let me tell you what I'm doing. Because, I keep getting fucked with this COVID shit, this cold. Everybody's getting a cold and they're upset about it. I got a cold, motherfucker. And then they're like, I can't go to work for 6 weeks. Or I can't go to school or whatever.
Because it's the virus. They have the virus. They don't have a cold.
People die from the cold too, especially old, unhealthy ass fucking
Can you talk to him?
It's like a cold flu.
You're part of the problem.
Listen, so now financially I'm getting
people like you fucking up the whole world. You are. Keep talking. Preach.
Financially, I'm hurting, because like I was hurting before, but even now I'm hurting. Anton, where the fuck you going? I'm telling you a story, goddammit.
He doesn't want to listen to you.
Anton.
What the hell is that? A macaroon? A moochie?
So good.
Anyway.
That's a Chinese cookie or something.
All right, listen. All right, so I got an accountant now. Basically, we're exchanging services. So I'm coaching his daughter, and he's accounting me. Anyways,
everybody should have a CPA. Hannah, get you a CPA. You spend $100 a year to do your taxes at the very least.
Hannah, don't we know anyone that's a CPA? Cortisha.
Yeah.
Is she a CPA yet?
I don't know. She got a lot of degrees.
I know. After everything we did for her, she needs to do her fucking shit. All right, listen. So basically, I talked to him, and for me to float myself, basically, because of this COVID shit, I can pull from my retirement with basically no penalty if you put it back. So it's kind of like taking a loan from yourself. You just fucked your audio up.
And if you don't take any interest, you just take principal, you're fine. Like you're just gonna pay the regular taxes. You're not gonna pay a penalty.
Anyways, what you mean regular taxes?
So there's taxes on it. There's gonna be like.
Oh, you pay your income tax.
Yeah.
But you don't pay your income tax. You can get it back if you put it back within 3 years.
Yeah. My thing is that how does that work? How do they know that I choose to put
They
it back?
don't know. They don't know. That's what he said. He
That's
said
what I'm like. That shit don't make no sense.
it doesn't make sense and they don't give a fuck and not that they don't give a fuck, but it don't make sense, but I
They
don't
just
think
tell
that
you
they
to put it
care.
back, but they ain't gonna. There's no reinforcements, no repercussions.
Correct.
They have been
Correct.
trying to steer people away. Companies like Wealthfront and Fidelity, they're getting fucked over right now because of that. Because people pulling, I can pull up to 100K. Shit, you know.
But that shows you how little 100K means to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody ran the
But
math real quick, like, if we don't take more than 7 trillion, we okay. All right, let them do it. 100K, bitches.
they're like, all right, they're like 3 years. Here's what they're gonna. Yeah. Here's why you got to pay it back in 3 years. Because when Donald Trump runs in 2024, all this shit's gonna hit.
401K loan forgiveness. All right, y'all bailed out these fucking privileged ass students. I've been working with a school for 10 years. I need 401K forgiveness.
So here's the thing: I can take out, because of how little I made this year, I could take out like 15 or 20 grand and only pay $2,500 on it. So like, if I would take it out, I could, when you retire, you can only take out a maximum probably each year or whatever, right?
Take it out. Take it out.
I think so. And then I'll just pay the fucking tax on it. And then if I want to reinvest it, obviously I will, but I don't have to.
Bro.
Yeah. Bro. He said, bro, you eating Japanese cookies?
Japanese.
I took $5 grand out of mine and just put in an account and let it make money. I was like, put in the stock market. I just took it from somewhere and put it somewhere else. And I'm like, I'll put it back. But right now it's making money.
You guys are just playing with money over there. Look at you. I take it out and put it back. I put it somewhere else. Do something with it. Put it back. Pretend like I didn't do it. That's what he just said.
Like $400 a month or something like that.
Nice. Maybe I should do that too.
Yeah. Fuck it. Why? Why not?
Fuck it. Why?
Why not? Dude, why not? Who's losing money over this? Banks?
Right.
Insurance companies?
Right.
They all doing the same thing.
They're all fucking everybody else. Everybody's in a big line like fucking each other in the ass. Like, and at the back is America.
I don't understand why insurance is so expensive.
Oh man, don't even get me started.
I don't understand. That's a whole nother episode for another day.
Yeah, we can't touch on insurance.
You just pissed me the fuck off. Oh, actually, I'm going to Geico. Hey, you heard it here first. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you this story real quick. All right, so I changed my account from like my credit card to my bank account because I started to actually make real money, not just putting my insurance on my credit card, which is what I was doing because shit was rough at the time. So then I was like, all right, cool. So let me do this right. So I was like, all right. So I put on my thing. And then it failed. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I looked at it, and I had put the routing number twice or something instead of like the routing in the account. Maybe I flipped them. So like, all right. So I fixed it. And then I said, like, reinitiate the auto pay or whatever. Cool. So then it said it failed again. I'm like, what the fuck? So I looked at it. It said it tried to charge me $1,800, which is the like 10 times what my month is. Like I usually pay $185. It was like $1,850 instead of $185. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are they doing? And so then they were like, oh, we're gonna drop you by December 5th. And I was like, oh really? I'm gonna drop you by December 5th, bitches, trying to charge me $1,800. Out of your fucking mind. You know why it bounced? Because I don't have $1,800 in my bank account, bitches.
They're like, you can't take what ain't there, motherfucker.
Right. Exactly. So anyways.
What's that? Liberty Mutual?
Yeah.
Why they got so many motherfucking YouTube advertisements? Liberty Mutual.
Because they're like, hey, we're fucking our current people, so we need new ones.
That's whack though. That shit is like that everybody being from Chicago and knowing that motherfucking rug commercial.
Yeah.
And that Luna. 773 202
Luna. Hey, Hannah's gonna start hearing that if she had cable. She
I don't
started
have
hearing.
Oh, this is
cable.
my favorite. This is my favorite. Have you been in an accident? Call today. I'm Peter Francis Geraci.
Yeah.
I can help you.
Is that how that
That
went?
motherfucker's loaded. He's a billionaire, bro. You know how many
No.
offices he has?
He started out with, "Hi, I'm Peter Francis
I'm Peter
Geraci."
Francis Geraci. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't trust a motherfucking last name Geraci.
The way you started was, "I've got something
Something
for
for you.
you."
World, those low rates.
These are all the Chicagoland commercials.
Oh my God.
Hannah.
What's the rug, motherfucker? What's the rug? He like flip out the rug. You know what I'm talking about? The old dude, it's the cartoon, flips out the rug and shit. That's Luna Carpet, right?
Is it 588-2300? We just did that one.
No, it's Empire. It's
Yeah,
Empire.
yeah.
Empire. Like that. Dude.
588-2300. Empire.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the Luna one then?
I don't know. It was damn basically a knockoff. Luna was selling beds and mattresses. I feel like people in the 90s was going broke for bedrooms.
No. 588-2300 Luna.
Yeah, listen. 588-2300.
Empire. That's Empire. So
Bro,
what was Luna?
Broke for a fucking bedroom set in the 90s. They had to be. This had to be all the rage. I just got a fucking bed in my room and a humidifier, like a motherfucking essential oil mister. That's everything. Other than shit,
this guy.
I have no fucking furniture in my room. No TV. No fucking. Why is people? My mom. I remember my mama. Look, I know your mama had a bedroom set, Mike. My motherfucking mama bed had pillars in every corner. I'm like, what kind of fucking bitch are you? Disney princess? Like, are you strapped to this bitch? Are y'all really fucking like that up in here? And then you got the tall dresser, the skinny one, the long short one, the big ass mirror.
I still got Walmart plastic things that keep my clothes.
My mom had like a $4,000 bedroom set. I'm like, bitch, and I can't go on a field trip? Like, that's where all our money at? You better stop fucking calling Luna.
My uncle, I just talked to my uncle again. So my uncle, okay, so here's what's problem with minorities. Like, minorities, when they do get money, they spend it on fucked up shit. They don't spend it on white people shit. Like, white people are like, all right, I'm going to invest this and get another, like, maybe some property, or I'm going to buy a summer home and then I'm going to rent it out.
I'm a shield from taxes.
So my fucking uncle's like, okay, I got money now. Like, I'm going to upgrade my house, but the house is never going to get what the money he's putting into it. He's not going to get it back. He doesn't live in that kind of area. The house isn't that kind of house. So anyways, he told me when I was working on his house, he was like, hey, I want to do some work in these bathrooms. And I'm like, Unc, your bathrooms are like real small and they look like fine. Like, you're not going to get them that much better. And he was like, you know what? I'm making money. He's like, I want to be able to sit here when I'm taking a shit and look at my bathroom. And I'm like, you take a shit and the walls right here, like, you renovating this bathroom ain't going to change the fact that the wall's right here. So then I told him, I said, Uncle, why don't you invest in a fucking, one of those Oculus sets and then just put yourself on the moon. You can shit on the moon.
You just shit on that man.
And he laughed, but he was like, wow. But then now he's spending fucking money on these things. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm gonna text him tonight, actually. I'm gonna make a note of that.
Stop spending your fucking money on shit. Only thing I spend money on experiences and things that like help my body and my mind. Other than that, my kids.
And Lululemon and fucking
and the kid.
My motherfucking mind. All right. And as a fitness professional, when I roll up looking really dapper, you know that I'm worth it. All right. Yeah, this is where your money went. So yeah, I think some people make bad financial choices, and I was looking at like with my lease, I was like, this is against what I believe, but I have to do this to play the game.
All right, now you're not on this conversation. You're like talking like boozy shit again. Listen, my uncle had like a 2018, and then he like traded in and bought a 2019. Like that's the kind of shit that minorities do.
That's stupid.
Because he's got the money, but he doesn't understand that he could do something else. Like my other uncle has been renting.
Car is not investment, bro.
Listen,
I sold a $20,000 car to get a $6,000 car. Okay, that ain't bougie. That's called being savvy.
Listen,
frugal.
You leased the car. You didn't own that. So what are
Yeah,
you
and I
talking
sold it
about?
back to him though.
You don't sell a leased car.
You can sell a lease
You
back to him.
return it.
You can't. I mean, you can return it. You return it. I sold it to another dealership. I return it, and they give you the value of it, but not the payoff. The payoff is always going to be higher than the value because cars depreciate.
Yeah.
I feel like Teslas could be the first car to appreciate. Maybe there has to be cars that appreciate in value.
Speaking of appreciate, that's what my bit was about. It's about the fact that you can appreciate, like some people's appreciation is at a very low level. It's like, hey, you said, I appreciate you like thinking about me. Like that was so minimum. And then everything above that I appreciate also. But some people are like, the only like all that shit, nothing is appreciated until it gets to a certain level. And
Oh
then I was
yeah,
talking about how like what that level was. And
yeah.
I just went deep as fuck. Like
That's
not
good though. Like that's actually pretty good. I mean, most people don't see that. Like I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was saying that some people think that in an argument there are no rules, and it depends on who you're arguing with. I believe
No
to,
rules. You
to
just
some
stab
extent.
somebody.
Like if you're arguing with your mom, you can't come out of nowhere like, and you the worst mom in the world, bitch. Like, like you can't come out like that, right? You gotta be like, mom, I'm not trying to hear that shit right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look, I'm grown. This is what I'm gonna do. You have a very respectful tone. Like, you'd be like, and when I was in 4th grade, you fucking suck. Like, like that. And I hated my stepdad. Like, you don't do that shit like that. There are rules.
I'll get my skateboard out the shop, bitch.
So I think like
you're the problem. Dad's the fucking problem.
Fucking dad. Dad's dead. You're dead.
You know.
You're out of here. I think there are rules. So I was telling somebody that, and I was like, yeah, bro, that's like a sign of respect. Like, so when people have like rules, like if you go in and you have an argument with somebody, depending on the relationship that you have with that person, is how you're going to come about with this argument. But for some reason, with like significant others, the rules don't apply. Like you have so much more respect for your friends than you do for your partner.
Okay.
Think about that. Yes or no? Like you get into some shit. You get into an argument with your girl about some shit that like you would not argue with me about. You wouldn't argue with me about an opinion of something.
Nope.
Hannah, those are facts. You would get into an argument with a significant other about shit like, and he never just wring out the towel. Just wring out the towel. Like I don't know, just a random shit. You will get into it with your significant other about.
No.
Yes, you will, dude.
Listen. Her parents are the most loving people. Like we come from fucked up backgrounds. Hannah's parents are like loving people that like care about each other, take care of each other. She don't know what you're even saying.
Hannah's mom would never raise her voice and curse in front of the kids.
Absolutely, Hannah. Has your mom ever cursed?
Sometimes.
Barely.
Is it awkward when she cursed?
I never heard your parents curse. Like, your parents are nice as fuck.
This generation that I'm a part of, our generation, Mike, that are having kids, they don't spank their kids.
I spank the fuck out of my kids.
So I like my son like kicked me, and I like grabbed his arm, and I was like, "Yo, don't you ever put your motherfucking feet on me? You know who I am?" And then he was just like, like scared. And then his mom was like, "Don't grab him, you hurting him." I was like, bro, he put his feet on me. Like he kicked me with the intention to bring pain to my life. All right. Although he's a little person, let me put the fear of God in this motherfucker right now, so I never have to put my hands on him later. Right. That was my thought. That's my understanding. I was telling my mom, my understanding of like the ass whoopings we would get as kids was to save me for getting my ass whipped in the streets.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's my interpretation of it. Hannah, you ever get spanked? Not even one. Wow, you must have been a good kid. We must have been.
She's a good kid, good person, good background. She never had. Right? No, it wasn't. No, not even.
I was good. My mom said that today. I was good until I got in high school. She was like, she said this was my mom's quote. You was good until you started fucking them little girls. Like, oh wow. Ooh, that's
no.
Still.
Listen, I am severely against arguments. If I gotta argue about something, it's not worth my time.
So, do you talk things out? You shut down and just leave? You a shut it downer? Like, oh, I ain't having this conversation.
I speak.
You speak.
I speak my intention.
All right. If you disagree with Hannah about something, how do you approach it? Do you tell her, hey, Hannah, I want to talk to you?
This will be interesting. Let's see what he says.
Okay, I am not nice to Hannah. All right, Hannah.
Of course.
Thank you.
course,
Thank you.
of
Now
course.
I can-
But
So you
Hannah,
handle
the
it 'cause
problem
you-
is
Hannah's
Hannah's my
developed thick
assistant.
skin. Fucking around, being around you, she's developed thick skin.
Hannah was my assistant, so she dealt with the brunt of like
Yeah.
being my assistant. So I'd be like, "This needs to get done. Why the fuck isn't it done? We got to do it this way, you know." So so it's bad, you know, like not
So
good.
anybody else?
But listen, we're on equal terms now, so she talks shit to me now too.
That's true.
They have a lot of years to make up for it. You know?
Eye to eye. He only 5'6", so you definitely see an eye.
Listen, Anna, did I not make you a stronger woman based on our interaction?
I know that you want to take credit for the person
She didn't
that I am
make her a
today.
strong woman, but she realized through her experiences with you that she's become a better person. And through your influence, some of the things may not have been able to happen. I'm assuming, but I'm gonna stop mansplaining and let her talk.
I think yes, but also you're wrong.
I'm not trying to take credit for who you are or like the great person you are, but the fact is that when you were there when I needed to count on you for shit, and so it was like, if I'm counting on you, get this shit done, or don't make me count on you, or I'm not gonna count on you. And that's our bad interaction. You're great. You're like you're a great person. Like, this is it, you know, like, look at us. Bam, bam, bam. You know, like, let's go.
I like that explanation. I don't know what neither one of you fucking said. The equivalent of 7 words.
Listen,
he's just trying not to say how mean to me he was for years.
Sometimes
he's pretending like he doesn't get into arguments with people, and I just thought that was interesting.
Look, I know this guy. Right?
I think maybe he's trying to work on his skills. Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
What do you mean?
You're trying to do a better job, I think is what you want to say. I'm trying to improve from all of my mistakes, maybe. I realize I can't communicate, so now I'm working on my communication. These are all things he potentially wants to say right now. Instead of screaming, I'm screaming at you because I'm mad at you. That's crazy. I don't yell at people. He just said that.
I know, right?
He doesn't yell at people.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
Get the video out. Get the videos out. I got him.
He said, I don't yell. I speak.
He did say that. And that is a nice thing that he said, but that is not.
It is inaccurate.
He fights with people.
It is inaccurate.
Tell me what I sound like then. What I used to sound like.
I just did. That was you.
I used to yell at you.
I do. I think you're trying, and that's good. You should always try to be better.
Yeah, you know, I'm in my 30s now. You know, it's different.
Yeah, I think you're realizing that anger's not the answer. You know.
All right, you know, I was under. Listen, I was under a lot of stress back then. Okay, you know.
He was. That is
sleeping
true.
4 or 5 hours a night. You know, just working hard.
He's nervous, but on the surface, he looked calm and ready to drop bombs. Spaghetti.
We're in a good place now, you know? Like, I guess I'll spend the rest of my life apologizing for the bad treatment I had of you.
You ain't canceled yet. You ain't canceled yet.
I couldn't have been terrible to you. You're on the podcast, ain't you? You can't be avoiding me or something like for my evil treatment.
That's true.
My goodness. Look at you now. You know, you're a strong woman in a power position.
What he say? Look at me now. Oh, you can't even get in. Oh, he said what he said.
Listen, Hannah makes more money than I did right now.
Hey, baller.
Doing the same thing.
I don't know how much that is.
Actually,
she got your old furniture.
And I got the first.
Yeah, Hannah, you can sell the fucking chairs. All right.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Any other updates, Hannah? You got your updates for the week, or?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Hannah, you is not prepared for
class. I thought you
Ever.
kicked me off for the updates.
Ever.
You haven't
No,
let me
we
do
did
them
not.
in like a month.
No, my God. Oh, we kick you off now.
What's beautiful? What's twisted? What's beautiful? This is beautiful. Look at that. Shout out to my mom.
That is beautiful.
No, I
hey,
think
you know what's
love it.
That people get to work from home. I think that's beautiful. If somebody's able to work from home and they needed to, like my mom has never been able to work from home, and I think she's really happy about that. I think it's cool if you have the ability to.
I'm working from home mostly.
Yeah. Me too, sometimes.
You got in your contract, it was, right?
50%.
She could work at home 50%.
Damn. Every other day. I'd be like, I ain't coming.
Every other day. Especially now I got no kids. I got no practice.
Hey, you know what my company did for me?
Months?
My company did for me? I don't know if I told you this, Hannah. I don't know how much we talked lately, but my company said, maybe I did. But anyways, my company said I was working in elementary school twice a week, and then I lost money. I'm losing money because I was counting on those clients being in the school, and then I had like a parent-teacher conference. Then I had COVID, closed the school down, and now they're closed for the rest of the year. So if I accept clients, then I'm screwed. If I get those clients back, they said you're out of the schools. So I won't be in the schools at all this spring. So they just made an executive decision basically to protect me. So that's kind of nice of them.
That's good.
Nice. You did tell me that, but that's good.
Would that be the equivalent of like guidance counselor? Like if you're in the schools? What would it be?
I'm a therapist that's in the schools. Like we're just available to them.
You ain't trying to say drugs are bad and go to college. You're trying to say it's all right. People drink and go to prom and kill themselves all the time. Like
I'm in elementary school.
Why they always got
There's children. They're playing games.
Every fucking the prom is around the corner. We got to put a car out there to remind you motherfuckers drinking is bad. Look, they don't do that at black schools. That's only at white schools and in the movies. Black schools, we don't drink. Black kids don't drink. Black kids don't drink before 18, before 20. Like black kids do not drink like white kids drink. All right. And Mike knows it. Mike, you know this. Black kids do not drink like that.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
White kids drink. Y'all gotta put a fucked up Mercedes and a fucking like a Range Rover smacked up together in front of the school 2 weeks before prom. Like, think about it.
That's true. Of my friends too, that's true.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's why you didn't know how to drink when you got to college. You're like,
hell no. I was like, what's Jungle Juice? This sounds racist. I don't know if I should drink this shit. I was like, ooh, tastes like Kool-Aid. Drunk as fuck on the dance floor, like, hey.
On the pole. No pole on the pole. Right? No pole on the pole.
You know what I do when I'm drunk? I want to race people and I want to dance. I do handstands and shit.
Remember remember when I whipped everybody's ass in the beer mile?
Did we do a beer mile?
I whipped everybody's ass and I waited for you.
Wait, did you beat Mike Conley?
And then, dude, I don't know if Mike Conley was in there, but
bro, Mike Conley broke I think he broke 5 minutes.
No, he didn't.
Or 6 minutes. He broke
Mike Conley couldn't break 5 minutes with no drinking. Fucking slow ass motherfucker.
You know what's crazy?
He remembers he was on but it sounded like he was in the back, so we don't know who won that.
He was on Evan Yeager's 4x8.
We're talking about a guy who was on Evan Yeager's 4x8 and ran 5 seconds faster than he's ever ran in his life and never ran that fast again.
Yeah.
In high school. And they broke the national record in the 4x8. They went 740 flat.
Yeah.
This is a guy who went to my school and never ran that fast. I was like, that's running is all mental. You are hyped up. You're a senior in high school. Evan fucking Yeager is 2 months away from being an Olympian. He is not doing a whole full season at Wisconsin. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He did.
That's who's on your team. All right?
He ran against Lionel Mazzano, got 9th in the 1500.
And then Evan Yeager beat Kuzi in that race. He beat one of my other friends. Crazy.
Kuzi at York, yeah.
This motherfucker ran like a 148, and he was a 2 miler. Evan Yeager ran a 148 in high school.
No, he didn't.
That
were
motherfucker.
151 that day.
No way.
Yeah,
No
he did.
way, bro.
I ran the prelims. That's how I know I was in the stands.
Did y'all make it the finals?
No.
Oh, weak ass. Playing field north, south. Which one? You was in the white and red one.
Central.
Playing field central.
Green.
With the night. The night.
No, we were green.
Green. That's an ugly ass color.
The night. You're thinking of.
Hey, was my high school track coach was like your assistant coach or something?
No. Who?
All right, so on that night, that beer mile, you won.
Yeah, I demolished you guys.
Lap with me or something like that.
No, I waited for you.
Oh man, that was so nice. I was getting married. We ran a beer mile.
I know. I heard the story.
Oh man,
I know the story.
I have not had that much fun at anybody else's fucking bachelor party. By the way, my friends are either not getting married or it sucks. I cannot wait till Sean and Reed get married. I am going stupid. We are going to another country.
Reed ain't inviting anybody.
Reed getting married to Megan.
Reed ain't inviting anybody.
No. he definitely ain't gonna get me because I snuffed Reed. Look, I knew Reed longer than I knew Mike, and I put Mike in the wedding. Reed was like, "Oh, bitch."
It was a good decision.
Yeah.
The good thing is you get to repeat. Hey, my dad's in. We should have a divorce celebration when that shit's done.
Yeah, man. What do you mean when it's done?
Are you still married?
Is it official?
Yeah, I've been official. I didn't tell you.
How long?
Since October 26th.
Exactly. It's been like 2 weeks. Let's have the celebration.
This year?
This is my girlfriend mops the floor behind me with this chemical that's trying to fucking ammonia or some shit.
Hey, does she know we're on the podcast?
She don't care.
She don't give a fuck.
She gotta clean the floor.
She don't give a fuck.
Hey, she go back to clean the floor, all right?
Hey.
We've been on the podcast 2 hours.
She ain't right for that. She ain't right for that shit. What are you doing? Shitting underneath your chair? You've been there so long, you've been pissing yourself?
My desk. She's like doing the scrubby thing.
Oh my goodness. Wait, what were we just talking about? Oh, the beer mile. So yeah. I'll never forget. It was me. What's that one dude's name?
Did we break 7?
Yes.
Yeah, we broke 7.
What's that one dude's name?
Who? What was his name?
He was from Mattoon.
Oh, Chad.
All right, Chad. All right, so I wore spikes, and I was drinking Budweiser, and I dropped on the Yeah, I was drinking straight Budweiser, right?
You got to, all right, so Hannah, the root, you got to drink at least, what it has to have 5%.
5%.
Yeah. Have you ever done a beer mile, Hannah? Oh my God. Are you living in Europe?
She could, though, probably.
You could do
I could do well, but chugging beer, I mean, I'm not great at that. I could practice a little.
That's the thing. Mike was really
I could still
beer fast. Yeah. This motherfucker can drink beer fast.
Yeah, and I can run fast. Get the fuck out of here. I was ready for this
shit.
I've been training for this shit. Anyways, so I went like 56. I went like 54 or 56 in the first 400. I went 56 including the drinking.
Yeah.
I went hard as fuck. I had spikes. I went crazy and I dusted everybody.
Would you run first or drink first?
You drink and then run a lap. Then you drink and run a lap. Drink and run a lap. Chad threw up. So like he and I were competing. I was like bourbon, like the second to third lap, and then Chad threw up right before the last lap, and then I went like hard the first 200, and I looked back, and you were like the next person. So I was like, all right, I'll just wait for this dude at the 300 mark. I just waited for you. We ran the last 100.
Oh my gosh.
Holding hands. That's cute.
We did hold hands.
I right now if I did a beer mile that way. Oh my
God. I think I would have run like 6:20, and then we ran like 7 minutes or something like that.
Oh my God. I ran like a tempo mile with my client. Like no warm up, like 6:10. I was like, oh, I'm dead. I'm about to pass out.
Dude, let me tell you about altitude though. Altitude is no joke. I went back. Huh?
I said I can only imagine.
I went back and I ran and I ran and at barely under 7 minute pace here in Colorado, my heart rate's like 190, 188, 190. And then I was running at 545 pace and my heart rate was like 182. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing. So like over a minute slower.
Like you have the polar band? Like the more accurate
I have a band.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how different it is.
Fuck, I could just walk around and get in shape in
I
Colorado.
I can't run 8 miles straight here. I have to stop. But
Really?
yes, and I can
Damn,
run
you
8 miles.
530 miles.
I average 6:20 something pace, not even working that hard
Oh my gosh.
for over 8 miles in Illinois. Like,
Did you and
and I'm
Reed ever link up and run when he was out there?
no,
What a dick. That's why he
he
wasn't in the wedding.
wasn't. He was close to me, but he wasn't that close.
That's why he wasn't in the wedding. I knew this was gonna happen.
Sean was just here. He didn't even say he was in the state.
No way. He was there?
I text you and you said that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know. I knew like the day when you said it.
He was in the white capital of the United States, Breckenridge, Colorado.
Breckenridge.
That's the white capital. Yeah.
What the fuck was he doing there?
Exactly. He was hanging out with all his other white friends. That's why you didn't know about it.
Oh. I'm gonna text him. I'm like,
he was in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Who is these suburbanites you was with? We caught you on Instagram. We seen your story. We know where you at.
Yep.
We know that. We Googled that restaurant.
Breckenridge, Colorado. It's the white cap. Listen, I saw only white people. I saw nothing else other than white people.
I don't know how he feels comfortable with that. I'd be like, man, look, we grew up in two different worlds, man. I was at college, like, there's a lot of white people here. Just
sit up straight. That's his shit. He's good with that shit.
Man, people don't realize that. Like, Hannah, what if on your first day of college, you walk into fucking philosophy class and it's 30 people in the class, 29 of them are black, and it's just you. You would think you'd be at a fucking HBCU, right? Fucking Howard or something. Like, how would you feel? Would you feel uncomfortable? Would you feel like,
think about this. She was homeschooled before college. Oh no, she wasn't.
Oh my God.
No, Hannah
went to a big ass high school. Huge.
She went to a diverse high school too.
They had a bunch of black kids.
It's huge. Yeah. The internet is huge. That's where you homeschool.
Probably my class did have 29 black kids.
High school in the
world.
Yeah,
that's true. She went to a very diverse high school.
When you homeschool, you were the class of www.
They didn't have the internet back then. Just kidding.
They had the internet. It was dial up and shit. They like, hey, workbook. You mailed your workbook. Did you order the workbook? If you didn't 10 business days or 2 weeks. Remember how shitty shipping was? You buy something, you be like, okay, it'll be here in 30 days. People don't remember that. Like, first shipping used to be 30 fucking days to get something. Like, yo.
I don't think I ordered shit when that happened.
Yeah, no, I remember when I ordered my mom.
What would you be ordering?
I think my mom ordered
fireworks.
It was a Teddy Ruxpin doll. All right. It was this teddy bear that used to play tapes. And we would put like Tupac rap tapes in them. And you had to order it, right? We ordered that shit. It took like 30 days because I think it came from Japan or some shit. But fucking 30 days in like 95, man. Like, it's short. Now your shit will be here in a few hours if you order this before 5.
Right.
I should be like, the Whole Foods customer service representative is bagging your groceries up right now. Be prepared to come downstairs. I'm like, damn. I wonder Bezos the richest motherfucker on the planet. like, Whole Foods is downstairs with her husband. She got the motherfucking vest on. Go get your groceries.
Hey, the crazy thing is, if she would have gotten divorced like 1 year later or whatever, she'd have been worth like twice as much or some stupid shit I heard.
100 billion.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She got Mackenzie
Jeff
Bezos,
Bezos' ex-wife.
Fucking female in the world. Known female. I think she is the richest female, like singular, like not family, like by herself. She's the richest female in the world. I think she has more money than the Walton, like the Walton
Something
lady.
like that.
Yeah.
Amazon, man. Wait till they get through this. They get through this.
At least 35, 55, something like that, billion. Crazy. Hannah, what if you're divorced? Man. You know, if I was her, I would have looked down. I'd be like, damn.
Make this diamond.
This shit worth $55 billion. Popped out 2 kids. Like,
Does she have kids?
Yeah, they got kids.
Oh man.
Hey, Bezos is like, he pulled the full, I'm a new man. He like, you know what? Cut it all off. Straight ball. You know what? Let me get some arms for these motherfucking sleeveless vests. Give me. He just every picture you see of Bezos, he look like a fucking bodybuilder. He like, yeah, Amazon Prime, bitch. Like he look like Bezos. Jeff Bezos is that ex you don't want to see. Like, fuck, he is really doing better. Fuck. Only motherfucker go completely bald and upgrade his life besides Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like them two making bald, like, you know what? That's a community I want to join soon. You know, I feel pretty confident about my abilities in that community. I can do well. Man, 55 billion? That's insane. That's an insane amount of money. And she be calling us cheap. She be calling them cheap on the internet. She be throwing shots like, well, somebody got rich during the pandemic and I'm giving all my money away before I die. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, bitch, you that rich? You know when you gonna die? You gonna choose to leave this motherfucker? You know, I'm giving it all away before I die. When they say shit like that, people be like, I be like, wait a minute, how the fuck she know that information? Where you buy that from? Shit, she just know. Like by the time I calculated, by the time I turned 95, I'm like, this bitch just know her future.
205 billion he is.
Guarantee
it. She's worth 60 billion.
That's insane. That's insane. There's no other female on the planet. You know who's probably next? Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner.
No, she's not worth as much as Kanye.
I think Kylie worth like 19. No, she ain't that worth that much billion.
Jeff Bezos has 4 children.
Yeah, they got kids, bro. Whole motherfucker.
They only have 1 together.
Oh, they got some. They adopted, or he got 3 kids already? Hell no.
I don't know. Who knows?
Wait, he has 4 kids, but they only have 1 together.
Who knows? I think they had 1 together.
They're like Michael Jackson kids. They was made in the laboratory. They made really humans. This motherfucker named Spaceship, Blanket, Starfish, Prince, some shit. His kids. Oh god.
Jeff Bezos' leadership style has a day 1 management philosophy. Day 1, startup. Day 2, status. Day 3, or stasis. Day 3, irrelevance. Day 4, excruciating, painful decline. Day 5, death. That's why he stays as always a day 1 mindset. Always growth. That's kind of decent, though.
That's some capitalism right there, brother. That's some capitalism.
All right. Hannah, you got your track updates? Any track updates? Is anything going on?
I
feel like you told me some stuff when I saw you.
Oh, that lady that broke the
10-mile record, 52.
10-mile American women only record.
Yep.
Race. She's 35. I just listened to a podcast on her today. She's 35 and she just moving.
Yeah.
What was you clocking? Average mile 520.
She 52. What's your 5212? I think 52.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 10 miles.
She's just rolling. She running the marathon project in a couple weeks, 3 weeks.
If I run a 520 mile right now, my hamstrings is explode. I'd be like,
She just on the top of the game.
You just get woken up with a cramp, like, like, oh god.
No, my calves are fucked up.
She got I don't know what place she got, but top 15 at the Olympic marathon trials.
That's gonna be Hannah one day. We're gonna reference
35. That means I got a lot of years.
Yeah, you got a long time. All right, I'm gonna piece this out. This is because I'm gonna point to my mom's thing. This is a beautifully twisted podcast. We out, bitches. Wow, this guy.
He's about to Google it. You about to Google it?
Completed, and I put a note. Bitch was staring at the ceiling.
Look at him.
Make sure.
He's Googling it. He's checking
it. It up.
No, my mom was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
The sleep doctor. You're wrong for that.